I'm the leader, the Iron Man, the Night Sun, you know who I am. Blades find a mark and my mind is sharp. My psionics tell you our minds are hells apart. Straightforward and honest, I'm no soothsayer, worth no more than 900. My destiny is ahead, never afraid to confront it. I'll keep everyone safe even if I won't make it. Instruments humming, our tune is loud, showing up courage, our time is now. Our Lord is boundless and together we stand proud. 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 Big man, big heart, rage and control. Proud father, wisdom with age, never selfish, never cold. Knock you out with these fists, fall to the floor. Prefer peace, don't test me, I'll even the score. Brute strength to silence enemies, they'll fall. A peaceful soul, don't hesitate to grow. Instruments humming, our tune is loud, showing our courage, our time is now. Our Lord is boundless and together we stand proud. Proud. Seeking shiny the cat's out of the bed. Middle mate can be called ironclad. No cat and mouse, but with my prey I'll play a support animal, yeah. I'm your steel defender. No scratches on this cat, built sleek and slender. No attitude like men. I'm tired of you, so talk to my creator now. The shadows gather as I walk in shadow elf, but I hate my kin. Tinker inventor, I always have the tools for the job. Rules never tidy, kind never slob. Sleep is for the weak, so I'll never catch a wink. If I feel tired, just down an energy drink. Master hacker, intelligent, without a doubt. Stand in my way, fuck around and find out. Proud. Instruments humming, our tune is loud, showing our courage, our time is now. Our Lord is boundless and together we stand proud. 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 Man with a voice smooth as silk, not full of hot air, I've got the skills. Air genesi, musical talent unmatched. Singing sax, playing bagpipes on blast. My music sharp like a cloud of daggers, got the moves like Jagger. I ain't no slacker, objects move when I'm around. An army of animated things who can't be brought down. I'll be your test, can't withstand this tempest. Proud. Instruments humming, our tune is loud, showing our courage, our time is now. Our Lord is boundless and together we stand proud. 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 'My magic's divine, like a holy man's words. I bring the fire, like soon in a church. In the kitchen or chapel, that's where I shine. I'm the heart of the party, keeping their health in line. Pocket bacon always stocked up, ready to share. If anyone's in need, I'm quick to be there. Divine skills, prestigious and strong. I'm the party shield, they call me Aegis, it won't be long. Proud. Instruments humming, our tune is loud, showing our courage, our time is now. Our Lord is boundless and together we stand proud. Proud. Proud.
3 words for you. Treat yourself.
Sayru, 34 months. Holy moly, thank you for that sub. Alright, we're gonna, excuse me, jump over to the crew here, because there's not a lot to do except dive right into it, so let's do it.
Puts good audio input. it doesn't matter on that one.
Do you want me to just make the funky music that's playing in the background with my mouth?
Come on, beatbox it for us.
Yeah, let's go.
I am suddenly so... Yep, that's fair. I am completely immersed now. Now you have to do that while talking and role-playing, though.
Got it. Oh, this is fucking on.
Alright, so... not a whole lot to recap, really, outside of... as you guys were fighting last week, Marcus got knocked off into lowercase the Abyss, and Aegis made a very clear suggestion to the dragon that y'all were fighting to go save him. In doing so, Marcus utilized the gem of Opensor that you guys had found and managed to kind of get into the dragon's brain, thereby animal handling the dragon alongside a god. He did actually manage to make it up, and not only that, he saved Dorian, Dr. Dorian Brown, on the way as well. So, oh yay, Kira! As all of this was happening, though, this figure who is where is he now? Who is now over here somewhere. I can't see my things, but anyway, there's a figure who appeared over here and was looking around at everybody, and it was discovered that he actually looked pretty similar to Aegis, and Aegis definitely recognized this person just for a split second, and then it turned back into that. So this guy was kind of floating here, and ended up coming over here, which is why you guys are all piled up over here. However, the last time that you guys interacted with him, he was actually looking more toward Aegis than anybody. So we didn't do XP yet. You guys haven't finished the encounter yet. You will definitely get it. If you guys don't finish this week, then I don't know. I'll be very surprised. I will share Alan again as well, just for the sake of remembering from last week. So that was kind of what you saw. Does anybody have questions at this point? Need clarifications?
I have a question. Could you put that thing back where it came from, or so help me?
No. Next question.
Fair enough.
I guess I have a clarification. So I'm pretty sure I punched him last time. I have him marked as disadvantage on his next attack roll as long as it's not me.
Yes, that's correct.
Yeah, he's got an icon on him.
This
too
is
for it.
him right here, down here.
Okay, sorry, I'm not used to the icon for it because normally we just remember or forget.
Yeah, normally we just forget. No, that's not an issue. He does have that on him, so that way I remember.
There are so many icons on all of us.
Yeah, there are. All right. Okay, so without further ado, we will start. Let me pull up my tracker here. Sorry, it's moving slow. There we go. All right, so we'll start at the top of the round. Oh, and also the also one other thing I did want to mention, because it may be important. The dragon stood there for one round, kind of confused, and told Marcus he didn't know what to do, essentially, because as soon as Marcus was saved, the suggestion was over. However, he didn't turn around and start attacking you. The Gem of Opensor is still on his third eye. But Aegis healed the dragon, and after that, the dragon basically removed himself from combat entirely, thanks to the actions of Marcus, Aegis, and Tempest.
Yeah, and I'd pretty much begged Opensor, like, yo, keep this thing under fucking wraps, and we're gonna take care of it. And then I believe a couple of us healed it.
Yes. Yep.
Okay, just making sure we're all on the same page. All right.
Tiny GM note. It looked like Blessing of the Raven Queen was not marked off on my sheet. I know I used it last time out of spite, so I am just going ahead and marking that off now.
Thank you. All right, and with that, we'll start at the top of the round with Kira.
Okay. Yeah, nothing, no frills. Kira's just going to, walk down the stony stairs and, stab a motherfucker. Or rather, will attempt to. This could go badly. That was just a calibration, where what I really meant is I'm going to stab a person.
Okay, let's see how that one goes. Okay, yep, you do stab a person.
It was the insult. It was too much, I understand. We are going to go ahead and use an Arcane Jolt to add my extra 2d6 of force damage into this. So that'll be 15 points of magical / forceful owies.
Alright.
And Min, I am assuming at this point, is very unhappy to be left out of the fight and is over here.
Yeah.
Probably doing the math as to whether or not she can jump across the lowercase a abyss.
She can make the jump. Yeah, Bonkin definitely bugbeared himself over. Okay.
Well, it was monk and bugbear.
Yeah. Okay, so alright, so she's gonna, is she doing anything or is she just staring?
Mechanically dodge action.
Got it.
But there's not really anything she can do.
Okay.
Unless I actually tell her to jump, and I don't think that's smart.
Okay. Alright, so moving on, the black dragon stays true to his word and just kind of stays out of it. Up here, the gem in his forehead is still pulsing slightly.
During its round, do I hear anything out of it through the network? Or anything out of Pencer through the network?
You would hear a Pencer speaking calmly to it in that...
that Draconic.
Mm-hmm.
Do I know they're speaking Draconic? Like,
you know it's Draconic.
I don't remember if I picked that up. Okay,
You know it's Draconic.
I don't know what the fuck he's saying.
You just don't know what... You don't understand it, but you know it's Draconic. You also know that they could be speaking telepathy, and with your intelligence, you assume that a Pencer is doing that kind of as an additional mode of keeping him calm, using his own language.
What a dick. I opened up the network for universal fucking language, and this asshole speaks something I don't.
Oh.
Fine then, keep your secret.
Alright. So he does, he stands still over there. Tempest.
Okay, Tempest is going to try to get a little bit closer here. So he's going to stop pretty much at the base of that chain. I'm not sure like where the actual like drop off would be. Kind of looks like it. Well, he's at the base of the chain basically.
Hold on, there's a giant tentacle in my way. Hold on.
Still a
Oh,
tentacle
yeah.
anyway.
You can just delete it. Then it won't be in your way anymore.
Yeah.
Okay, now I can see I moved it.
Yeah, we don't need it.
Or you can move it off to the side now.
Uh-huh.
Okay, and he's going to what was it? It was 5, 10,
It's so good.
Yesterday I was able to hide so much shit.
15 to get there, and then like another. He's gonna float up another 15 feet. So he's up to 15 feet, rather.
Okay.
And so I believe last time I hexed Alan
Oh, damn it.
with wisdom. I believe was my choice for some reason. I'm not sure why I chose wisdom, but that's what it is. So I'm going to attempt to Eldritch Blast him.
Okay.
Could I do this non-lethally if I'm seeing like would I be able to? I was able to see that it was Aegis's brother, right?
You were.
Or
Yeah,
like
for
I
a
would have
split
been able to.
second. Yeah.
Yeah. Is there any way to like non-lethally do it? Like I don't know, kneecap him with the Eldritch Blast.
Let me think it through.
It's force damage. Also, just see how those pictures are covered.
Thank you. Yeah, that's, yeah, thank you. I'll just...
I just know because there's no ads.
Yeah, I'm just gonna take it. Go away. Okay.
You know you can shrink them, right?
Yeah, it's fine though. I don't want him up there the whole time. Okay, so thinking it through, why don't you do,
I mean, I'm fine with like going at disadvantage if I'm trying to do like a cold shot, also, or
Yeah, we'll say you can do it. You can do it at disadvantage. I think that makes the most sense mechanically for it.
Yeah, so I'm literally just aiming at a small little itty bitty part of his body. So yeah, makes sense. Okay.
Right, that's what I was thinking. Is you're trying to have a more precise aim, so it makes it a little more difficult.
Okay. So here goes the first one. Just gonna
gonna be-
roll
I mean-
that again.
Yeah.
And we're gonna be taking that second one, which does not hit, correct?
Oh, it's gonna hit Aegis. Oh my god.
Aegis, what's your AC?
12.
Okay. Go ahead and roll the damage for it.
Oh
Tempest.
no. Oh well, the damage was 7.
7. Okay. All right. So.
Okay, I have my reaction because it was my turn and we started with Kira, so I can't let him take that damage. So can I pop a shield?
Yeah.
All right, I'll burn my reaction for Psy shield then. Yeah, fuck that, man. Okay, fuck. He was still hit though, so he's gonna get knocked, isn't he? God damn it. Never mind. Well, no.
Well, yeah, he's gonna get knocked directly into Alan there. So they hug it out.
Well, take one.
Okay. Yeah. So Aegis, you'll hear the familiar siren song from behind you, and this energy comes blasting toward you. At the last second, you'll see, just like kind of from the corner of your eye, from your peripherals, that pink shield, that very familiar pink shield will appear, and you'll kind of get like, ugh, but it does knock you into Alan. When you get knocked into Alan, well, I'll let you finish your turn. Well, it may change what you do, Tempest. So when you get knocked into Alan, Aegis, his face will appear again suddenly, and you will hear him say, Angus! And then his face disappears again. Tempest, go ahead.
So, yeah, I mean, they're basically kind of like pushed up against each other, so now it's going to be even more difficult to hit Alan, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Ugh. Shit. So I guess I would not really feel comfortable targeting him again, because that could go bad again. Fuck. All right, let's move Dorian then. Just bonus action move Dorian just a step to the left there, and that's it for me.
Okay. Bonk him.
Right. So did I hear like the Angus? I mean, to be fair, if you say no, it's fine.
No,
because I was facing the other way.
Well, you're also 10 feet away. You would have heard 2 syllables, but it was very muffled, as everything here has been, unless you're within 5 feet or screaming things like Marcus was.
You know what? Fair enough. I'm also enraged, so I think Bonk was just gonna not get it. He also didn't notice it was like Aegis' brother, so he's just gonna continue what he was doing and going to go, oh, excuse me, Mr. Marcus, and he'll like step onto the side. Oh, get out of your way. And I'm gonna punch him 3 times.
All right.
Is he concentrating on something? Do you have to roll Constitution saving throw?
Aegis. Yeah, actually.
Yeah, he is. He's got beacon of hope.
No, he dropped that. No, it was suggestion, but that dropped.
Ah, okay.
We can just drop. Thank you.
So I was like,
Yeah.
That's 11 damage.
Okay. Yep.
Sorry, I forgot to turn on my rage damage.
That's alright. The 15 does not hit him.
what the fuck is this guy wearing?
All right, then final one.
That does hit.
$11 again.
All right, yeah. So he does take it. This creature is it's not looking good at all right now in its form, and it seems like I said, it a lot like how the land was, where it sort of seemed like it was in 2 places at once. This guy is now doing that, where you're seeing Alan flickering more and more as he's standing there, almost like he's in 2 different places at once.
And then he'll kind of just turn to Aegis and be like, "Oh, you all right, Mr. Aegis?" And that'll be all I do. All my fun rage stuff applies to him again.
Okay. Aegis, it's actually your turn.
Cool. So he ends up getting pushed into this thing, and it goes ahead and calls him by his name. He just looks up. You've got no right to call on his memory. And with that, he's gonna drop a third level Wither and Bloom.
Alright, right on him.
Yep. Centered just like either on him or on me, whichever.
Okay. Sorry, I'm gonna grab that real quick. Circles. Load faster. Okay. That's just a 5-foot, right?
10-foot radius sphere.
Is that 10? Let me see. Nope, that's 15. Like there.
Kind of like there, but it's 10-foot radius, so
A 4x4.
yeah.
It,
4x4.
honestly, it doesn't even matter. There's one creature here, and
Yeah,
anybody
true.
who you target is there. I mean, it literally doesn't matter.
Yeah. But so that'll be DC 16 Constitution save for him.
Alright, 1 second. Layer 2.
Versus 12 necrotic, half on a save.
Alright. So I need. Alright, 1 second, I'm gonna roll. Okay, so he does save. He takes half though, right?
Yeah, so he'll take 6 necrotic.
All right. Okay. Yeah, so he takes the necrotic, and each time that he takes damage, Alan's the vision of him, it just pops through. And you can see it almost seems like an internal struggle where this thing's shaking its head, trying to keep control while Alan's trying to break through. Are you doing healing on anybody with that too?
I will actually be using the healing for myself.
Okay, very good.
Use the short rest, or is there a different way to do the hit dice for that?
You can.
As far as like on D&D Beyond side.
There isn't a better way to apply the hit dice. Just make sure that if you have something that gets refreshed after a short rest, you mark it back off if you do it that way.
Gotcha. So I'll double check and then I'll go ahead and do the hit die.
There's a lot of things that shift. My opinion would be just keep a small sheet with
Yeah.
the number of hit dice that you use, and then roll custom dice.
Yeah, it's probably a good idea.
Because there will be
Fair.
shit that you miss. Lots of class features and lots of racial features
Our short
refresh.
rest, yep. Alright, anything else, Aegis?
Yes, I will go ahead and take care of the mechanics of it. Afterwards, it's just going to be bonus action using a first level spell slot to regain a sorcery point.
Got it, okay. Alright, so,
And
oh, go ahead.
also, quick clarification, I forgot I don't need to roll the hit die because I am concentrating on Beacon of Hope, I do believe.
So did you do Beacon of Hope after suggestion or before? Because I couldn't remember.
I know it was up before.
Yeah, I don't think you did it
and then
again
I cast
after.
suggestion.
So Beacon of Hope is gone.
Yeah.
Okay, so now I'm trying to figure out what the other thing is then.
I thought we just forgot to take it off from suggestion.
That's possible.
That's what I was thinking, because suggestion ended like right at the beginning of the last turn at the end of the session last week. If you figure out that there's something else, just send a message, and then we can...
I think
But,
me,
yeah.
Marcus, and Kira all have aid.
We do have aid.
Mm-hmm.
That's the little green up arrow. The little sunburst was Beacon of Hope. That just didn't get taken off.
All right, so at the end of, are you done, Aegis?
Yep, that'll
Okay.
be it.
At the end of Aegis's turn, with all this clear chaos and turmoil you're seeing this creature go through internally, there are similar looking bits of energy that shoot out from it, and it's going to be one to each of you on the island here. So,
Can you say that one more
so
time? There's what that shoots at us?
there's energy that shoots. Hold on. So there's energy that shoots out at one at each of you here on the island. It looks very familiar and similar to what Tempest does. So you can assume that it's an Eldritch Blast, and there's one for each of you coming from this entity, as opposed to the two that you usually see Tempest do.
Is that Dorian as well?
Yes. Mm-hmm.
Okay.
Give me 1 second so that I can roll. Alright, so it's going to be... We're going to start with Kira first. Actually, it misses you, Kira. Dorian... Oh, it misses Dorian. It almost did not miss Dorian.
It's a literal door, bro.
Holy crap, my rolls are shit. Tempest, it's going to miss you.
Oh,
Oh,
shut
you're not
up.
on the island, actually.
No,
Sorry.
I'm on the other one, yeah.
Aegis, it's going to miss you. Marcus, it is also going to miss you. Oh, Bonkin, it hits you. I'm sorry.
You know what? I was predicting it. I was
Gotta
like, it's
hit
gonna miss
somebody.
everyone except me.
I rolled under 10 on each and every one except for yours. Alright, hold on 1 second.
It's okay. It's what I'm here for.
Alright, so you're going to take 6. We'll say 6 force damage. But it does come in the form of the familiar black energy you've seen that has been void tainted since you guys have been here.
And these eldritchy blasts, I guess we'll just call them what
Yeah,
they
they're
are.
eldritch
They don't have anything funky attached to them like Tempest does.
No.
Like it'd like knock back, knock down,
Nope,
turn you
it's
into a
just
fucking
pure
frog.
energy. Yeah,
Okay,
just pure.
thank
Turn
you.
into a frog. No, it's just
I mean,
pure
I don't know what
energy.
the fuck these warlocks do.
But it did come from his chest, so Tempest usually will use his hand. Like he has other components that come with it, and maybe that's just because it's for show. But this comes out of the
100%.
spear, the spear in his chest. Marcus, your turn.
All right. So now, when this thing first did its like weird little transformation, that happened the round that Marcus was on the back of the dragon, still, right? So
Yeah.
he has
He hadn't. This would be the first time that you would see the face show up. I think.
the little, but it's shifting. You said it's just kind of popping
It's
back and forth.
It's sort of like he's just like shaking his head. It's like something out of a horror film.
Okay, and just for clarification, you said unless we're within about 5 feet of an entity, we can't really hear what they're saying because it's still the voidy nature.
Yeah. So you would have
Okay.
heard 2 syllables.
That's fine. That's
yeah.
all I need to know. I'm just trying to keep myself as in the dark as possible so that I'm not metagaming. Okay, so I am going to then turn around and Tempest, you'll hear Marcus. Well, you'll see Marcus shout something at you and then throw his middle finger up. But obviously you can't hear anything because we're in the void. And then he will kind of
That was enough.
he'll run forward. And then he is going to begin to rapidly spin the flails. And I will go ahead, and swing at him.
Okay.
That's a dirty
That
20.
hits. Yep.
Alright, so with that dirty 20, let's go ahead and lay 22 down on this bitch. And then let's also, I'm going to burn my very last psi point. And I'm going to hit him with my final psionic strike. And that is for an extra 9 points of magical force, so we are looking at 31 points total. He also has to make a strength saving throw, DC 16.
Okay. 1 second. Strength saving throw. Okay, 1 sec. I'm gonna roll that. Nope, he fails.
Alright, I will choose to knock him prone.
Okay.
So Marcus swings the flail, hits him, it pops, and then he lands on his back. I will then swing at him with the second flail with advantage.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, that is a nat 20.
Okay.
Alright, give me 1 second. That's not it.
Yep.
Alright, so 11 magical, 11 magical, and then magical bludgeoning, then 13 psychic for the crit, so another 24 points
Okay.
on the crit.
Yep.
How's he looking? And Marcus is not holding back. He is fucking laying into this thing.
Yeah, it doesn't look good, and it's starting to be way more Alan than creature right now.
Okay, now by Alan though, Marcus doesn't know what the
No,
fuck
but
that
you do
means,
see a
so-
resemblance from him to Aegis. We did establish that was pretty clear.
But he still has tentacles and weird shit.
Yeah.
Or I'm saying tentacles because you're using
Yeah,
the
the
thing,
thing,
but
but,
he still has black
yeah,
voidy
it's
shit.
just his face that you're
All
seeing
right,
change.
then we're burning that fucking bonus action, and I'm coming down again on this bitch.
He still has more back tentacles.
Yeah, back
That's
tentacles.
26.
Yeah, that hits.
All right, so the total damage on that one is gonna be 14.
Okay.
So yeah, Marcus will smack him, knock him to the ground, hit him in the head with the second flail, swing and kind of clip him like in the side of the head and shoulder with the final strike, and then that's my action economy.
All right. So yeah, so Marcus just really lays into this guy. Aegis, you see, he knocks him down to the ground. He's hitting him. You can see Alan's face appearing more and more, and with that last hit, it's pretty solid at that point. It's a pretty solid image of your brother, your brother's face, I should say. Marcus.
Question: is this entity bleeding?
Yeah. Yes, the entity is.
Actual blood, or
So
is
it looks,
it?
No, so it looks more like a black, goopy, weird-looking blood, like creature's blood, as opposed to like a normal humanoid
Like
style of bleeding.
Ichor.
Like Ichor,
Okay,
yeah.
and when the facade is kind of like coming through. Okay, so when the facade is dropping, and we're seeing this new visage of this halfling guy, is the halfling visage wounded, or is it only the
It's
black
only the-
entity that
yeah,
appeared
not
wounded?
the visage.
So the guy underneath looks unscathed.
Correct.
Okay,
Yep.
that's what I needed to
Yep.
know.
All right. So at the end of Marcus's turn, this guy is laying down, and you'll see he reaches down on the ground that he's laying on and digs claws into the ground and scrapes on both sides, and brings his hands back up and claps them together like this. And he's got a very similar looking shard in his hands right now. You guys have already identified it. It's a void shard. So so we're gonna move to his turn, and he's gonna stand up.
I thought he was gonna throw dirt in my eye. By the way,
That'd be so
I was
rude.
waiting for it.
Pocket sand.
Pocket void shard.
Pocket void shard, rude as fuck. So he's going to use half his movement to stand up, and Aegis, he's actually going to lash out at you with the void shard.
If it's an
Bring
attack
out.
roll, disadvantage.
It will be disadvantage.
But he already got the attack rolls because of his Eldritch Blast, and it didn't proc. So is it gone now? Because that happens prior in the turn in
That
the
is
order of
true.
events.
It did.
Lucy, you didn't remind her.
Yeah. I thought that was from I thought it was a separate thing. I forgot. When she said it's from his chest, I didn't even clock
It
it.
is an attack roll.
Yeah, she was making attack rolls.
Which missed him anyway. And so it's only the first one, the first attack after, or is it anytime he attacks anybody?
Anytime he attacks anyone that's
For the
not me.
first one, for the first attack only. Okay, so this is the
So-
second time he's attacking. So
To be fair, they would have canceled out anyways
Yeah.
because that gives disadvantage, and because he was firing in melee, he had disadvantage on the rolls
yeah, that's
anyways.
true. Yeah. So okay, but noted. So hold on one second.
No, mine is any attack that's not directed at me, first or
Right.
second either.
Okay, got it. That's how I remembered it too. Was that it's any attack if it's not you, and it's not just on the first attack. It's any attack if it's not you as the target. Okay. All right.
Oh, it's all attacks
Yeah.
throughout the entire round?
Until
As long as it doesn't target Bonkin, yes.
Yeah.
Holy shit. That is way more powerful than I thought it was.
yeah.
Yeah, no, it's anything that does not target you.
All right, so Aegis, you see he actually like lunges toward you to stab you with this void shard. He's not slashing. He's lunging, trying to stab you. It looks like he's just about to hit you, and then all of a sudden you see one of Bonkin's spectral arms appear and grab the shard and like push him away. So he still has the shard in his hand for clarity, but he is not able to actually hit you. And the creature appears again. Like it seems like he might have a little bit more control right before he goes to stab at you, and it looks pissed, but it also looks really, really hurt right now. Give me 1 second, because your guys' favorite person or favorite thing is favorite thing is gonna
No, not the tentacle.
And so at the end of his turn, he's going to scream out, "Not over there! Here, you idiot!" And you will see. I gotta get used to all of these new things. Okay, so
Fucking tentacle.
so everybody that is on this island, please give me a dexterity saving throw.
Ah, fuck you.
Dangerous sense.
Yep.
Goddamn. Marcus does the splits.
Yeah, he does.
I figured we had a very dexterous fist bump in there.
Oh, that would be kind of cool.
Oh no.
Oh, Bonkin.
I would like to know if that 13 is a failure.
The 13 is a failure.
Okay, I would like to use Favored by the Gods.
Okay.
I've got nothing. I use danger sense. I'm done. And I think I still fail.
You did kind of try and goad him towards you with your ragey shit. This is appropriate somehow.
Yeah, but
That
this
is
is
an
not him. This is a tentacle.
Okay. Yeah, so everybody except for Bonkin passes. One thing to note, though, is that the tentacle, it actually tries to hit the guy as well. It doesn't try to avoid him. It smashes down on everybody on the island. So Bonkin, you will take 6 bludgeoning damage, halved to 3.
Oh, it's actual physical?
Uh-huh.
Oh, fuck.
And you guys will see that, like I said, the tentacle comes down on this guy too, just the same as he does on everybody else. But the guy, he is clearly expecting it, so he's able to get out of the way in time. However, he turns and looks a little surprised at the tentacle. All right, moving on to Kira.
Can you take the tentacle away, please?
Yep.
Yeah, hold on
I
a
was gonna ask.
Also, that spell effect is going too.
It's so
He's
rivey.
vibing.
Oh, yeah.
Come on, guys.
I prefer Tempest Tentacle up in the top left corner. That's kind of vibing.
Oh yeah,
I
that's
told
just been
you.
vibing for like 6 turns, man. I love that dude.
Chill, man.
Hey, he's just been chilling and dancing up there,
Let
man.
him do its thing, yeah.
He looks like Twig Baby Groot
He does.
in the pop.
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. And I always just imagine the fucking, for some reason, crab rave.
Kira is going to just stretch out a hand and try and shadow rot.
Okay.
Let's do some inflicting of wounds.
Yeah, 28 will definitely hit.
Yeah, she calls the shadows around her again, just reaches out and just pulls at his life force with it. Definitely a heroic action there.
Yeah, so between the damage that Marcus just did to this guy, the damage that Aegis did, and now yours, this creature is barely able to stand. He almost has to take a knee at this point.
Yeah. And then she's just going to, before she moves her hand away, it's just going to be why don't you go ahead and surrender? And then she'll pull her hand back, and the moment is slightly ruined as she turns her head and barks in Elven, "Noman, don't jump."
Okay.
And Min just sits back down. And Min's taking the dodge action again. That's it.
Did you said that out loud to Min?
Yeah, not that she could hear it, but
Yeah,
it was the in Elven that, when the cat's about to jump up on the bookshelf, it's
Yeah.
that same, like, no.
Just correcting. Yeah, I mean, I'll give it to you since you guys are literally bonded. She'll get the message, but she ain't gonna be happy about it.
I mean, I don't technically think I even need to speak to her necessarily.
Right. It's just a habit.
So
It's
much
more for
so.
you than her. Okay. So at the end of Kira's turn, the sphere in the center of this thing's chest is going to shoot the energy out at you guys again. So I will do those at disadvantage. Kira, it misses.
No offense, Aegis, but your brother's a fucking idiot.
It misses Dorian. Oh, it
And it's
really
only
misses Aegis.
us on this platform, correct? Okay.
Mrs. Marcus. Bonkin, let's see. It misses Bonkin this time. So this thing, like I said, it's barely able to stand at this point. So it's like it's kind of holding itself up, and the energy shoots out, and you guys would see Kira. So Kira, Aegis, and Dorian. You would have actually seen Bonkin's spectral arm run interference and stop it from hitting you. Marcus, it wasn't even close to you.
I had a feeling.
Yeah.
Just, my AC is only 19.
I know.
right now. Okay.
Yeah, I had 2 low rolls for yours. All right. Okay, so moving on. So the dragon up here, Marcus, you would hear the dragon's voice in your head say, "You've almost got him. You've almost got him. Take him down." And Apencer, you can hear him sort of whispering, just sort of statically whispering in the background. No pressure. Tempest.
Okay. Tempest. Is Alan? Is he still prone, or did he get
He
up?
did stand up. He used half his movement to stand up.
Okay. Tempest will. Far as reach here. I need to get closer. Wait, do I? I can't. Yeah, I need to get closer. Okay. Tempest, what is that circle? That's creeping me out.
Sorry,
Tempest
I'm
is-
playing with the spell effects. I was playing with the shield, the side shield.
So Tempest is going to make sure that he stays above the chain as he floats across. So 5, 10, 15, 20 over here.
Okay.
As he's still 15 feet up in the air, but he is making sure he's like perfectly above the chain. Do I feel like a drag downward as I cross
you
that
definitely would
point?
have. Since you were floating, it would act like difficult terrain, so that's going to be the end of your movement.
Okay, that's fine. I didn't want to move it any further anyway. Okay. Tempest is going to shout out to Alan. And he will shout, "Kneel." I guess basically that's it. Just kneel, submit, stop fighting, and cast suggestion.
All right. Go ahead
So
and
It's going to be a
cast
wisdom 14.
14. All right. Hold on a second.
So he is still hexed. Oh wait, actually wait. Just since this is suggestion, he is no longer hexed because hex is also concentration.
So I rolled a nat 1 on the save. So your
Hey.
suggestion does. So you guys, you can't hear Tempest, but all of a sudden, this guy, so 2 things happen. Number 1, in the monster form, he kneels. As he does so, the form completely shifts from being monstrous to being to being Alan.
Just as tainted?
Just as tainted, yes. But he, Aegis, he has kneeled and he's looking up at you now. At this point, we'll stay in turn order and stuff because I don't know what you guys are doing, but the monster has disappeared at this point.
Wait, would there be like an outwardly like visible magical effect on him right now? I mean,
So he has sort of this. It's actually pretty well depicted in the picture. He has sort of this white light around him, like an aura almost. It's not terribly bright, but it is enough that you can see it. And
I was asking like from my suggestion to like, was there like a flash in his eyes and like everybody knows he's...
It's around his head. The white. It's specifically around his head. It's almost like it's suppressing like a hood.
Okay, perfect. So like people do know that it's not him just like actually submitting, but it is him under a spell. And that will... Yeah, that'll do it for Tempest.
So, okay. You guys wouldn't know that he's under the effect of a suggestion. You can see, the only thing you can see is the white light. Kevin's making a good point. And actually, this is a good point for you too, Aegis. When you cast suggestion, there was no effect on the dragon itself. This guy took a knee. You guys don't know that Tempest cast a spell because you can't hear him from where he is. He took a knee. Your brother showed up. He's got a white light around his head right now.
So as far as we know, like it was him listening to Kira saying to
right, yeah. As far as the people around him know, Kira just did exactly like Tempest is getting no credit for anything.
Well,
right
no,
now.
I just wanted to that was that. I mean, it's fine. I just wanted to like make sure like the distinction was like this is clearly him under some kind of spell or it's him actually submitting, which might
right or
dictate what people do next.
Yeah, or some other weird shit is going on, but all of a sudden it's this guy instead of that monster. Are you doing anything with Dorian?
He can't really get in there anyway, so I'm all done.
Okay, all right. Bonkin.
Right, so I did hear Kira's thing, and he did just kind of take a knee. You kind of said the evil form of him separated? Or like
disappeared. So instead of having this weird creature in front of you, it's not like a transform like what you would see with a druid or something. It just sort of, it was like the flickering happened and then the monster disappeared completely instead of this guy having just the face. And it's just a little halfling in front of you now instead of the monstrous body.
In that case, I think, well, because the Bonkin's the way he is, he's like, oh, he actually did give great. They don't normally do this. I don't know what to do from here.
They don't normally do this.
And he'll kind of be like, great work, Miss Kira. And that's going to be like all he does.
Okay.
I guess, can I kind of just check him out? Because the way I'd like to think Bonkin has seen Venom by this point, via Kira or someone else.
Yeah.
So can you try and figure out if it's like, is it like part of him or is this an entity that's like forcing him?
Give me an insight check. So as far as you can tell from, from body language and that kind of thing, it looks like he's not struggling right now. Like where you saw the monster before struggling to kind of keep control. You've actually seen before, maintaining control through your training as a monk. He's breathing deeply, like clearly concentrating right now. Outside of that, you're not you can't say 100% that the monster's gone, but it does seem like he's way more in control than the monster was.
All right, cool. Then we just kind of put a hand on his shoulder and go, you made the right choice. And that's it. That's all my turn.
Okay. All right.
It's gonna be really embarrassing when they get to Marcus.
Aegis.
Marcus is gonna flail this guy in the fucking head.
One question before Aegis acts, because this would determine it. The void tainted type of look. Does Aegis see that potentially as like a curse? Or is there something I could roll to determine that?
I'd say you could give me a religion check. 12. I mean, you know that he wasn't born like that. He didn't always have those, so he's clearly afflicted by something. You wouldn't be able to nail down whether it's a curse or not. But that's not what your brother always looked like. And even after he initially got his powers, he didn't look that bad. The eyes had started to change a little bit, but he didn't have the clear, what's the word I'm looking for?
Corruption.
Corruption. Yeah, thank you. He didn't have the clear corruption like this.
And is he still holding on to the Void Shard?
He does still have the Void Shard and the spear. You can still see the spear in his chest. It's not a chest of the monster anymore, but it's the spear. It's the same spear that was in. It looks like the same spear that was in the monster's chest.
Just because I feel like it makes sense for what Aegis would go for at this point. 2 sorcery points, which drains me of my final sorcery point finally.
Okay.
And I am going to quicken spell a greater restoration. And as I do, I'm going to reach out, attempting to remove a curse, because he doesn't know if this void touch stuff is a curse or not, and he is going to try to essentially remove the gem from the chest.
So you're grabbing the gem and casting Greater Restoration?
Yep, and trying to potentially release whatever void touch type of magic or effect might be around it. Because he doesn't fully believe it's a curse, but it would make sense, kind of.
For those fucking material components.
I'm sure he'll pay you back. Alright, so, okay, so you reach out, you cast Greater Restoration, and you would see the white aura that was surrounding his head now sort of surrounds his entire body. It's not like a bright, gleaming aura that you would get from a god or a goddess. But it's a light aura, light glow that surrounds his entire body, and you would see like the corruption doesn't disappear from his face or anything like that, but you would see his eyes change to the right color, and he looks at you. He looks to you, Aegis, and kind of smiles. So you do get a grasp of the spear. It's still stuck in his chest, but you do think that you feel it move slightly as you do this.
And as he sees the eyes go normal, he just looks down at him. In the darkest depths, Soon's light shall shine. And that'll be it for turn.
All right. Okay, Marcus, it is your turn.
So Marcus has not stopped spinning the flails. For my verbal action, since the dragon talked to me and now I have a chance to respond, I will respond to it, and I will say, as I see Aegis pull out all of the hard-earned fucking diamond dust that I invested in getting spent on this bad guy who just kicked the shit out of us for the last almost full minute, he will say to the dragon, what is your command? Does this fucking thing die?
So you'd hear the dragon say. You'd hear the dragon say, "It is. The creature is almost dead. This boy, I don't know. Get the sphere."
Understood. Marcus is going to retract both of the flails as his, so that was verbal action, retract both of the flails for his environmental action. On top of that, I am going to pull out 2 of the fucking void shards from my backpack, and I'm going to stab this thing in the chest. I'm going to stab it in the sphere.
In the sphere
Or, well,
around it?
the sphere. I'm gonna try.
Got it.
I don't.
Okay.
Look, at this point, Marcus doesn't give a fuck how he gets
Sure.
this thing out. I will carve them out. But since it's using a void shard, and I happen to have 3, I'm stabbing this bitch.
Okay.
I have to flex my bigger void shards.
So
They're not bigger. I just have more of them.
So, Aegis, you would see Marcus stabs around. He takes.
Oh, does he just accept me hitting him, or is he like stuck?
He
or...
accepts
Oh,
it.
that's right, because he's under fucking suggestion, isn't he?
He's under suggestion. Well, he is under suggestion.
Well, I guess I don't know that, but
Right, you don't know that, but you know that. He is under suggestion, and but when Aegis reaches out for the spear, he doesn't flinch, and when you go after him for with the shards, it almost looks like a look of relief on his face as you shove the shards into his chest.
yeah. So what I'm doing, by the way, is like I'm wedging 1 shard above the sphere, 1 shard below the sphere, and I don't give a fuck about collateral damage. And then I'm gonna push in to try to like pop it out like a pearl out of a clam, I guess.
Okay. So
It's gross, but
no. So Aegis has his hand on the spear. You're kind of getting the void shards in her to wedge it out, and like I said, he looks almost relieved. When you stab him with the void shards, the sphere, which I believe I had mentioned was spinning, it stops spinning as soon as the void shards enter his chest. The Greater Restoration magic, the residual clear magic that's there, it actually turns the dark color that you guys have been seeing with the void, and at that point that's when it stops spinning. So it's almost like you stabbing him with the void shard used the magic from the Greater Restoration, and it stops spinning in its place right now. So it is sitting there. Go ahead and roll. I guess you could just roll like a regular attack. I don't.
do you want me to roll in it? Like, what are you having me roll for?
Like
to
if
pop
you were,
it out?
No, like if you were stabbing him, he's gonna take damage from being
Oh, I'll
stabbed.
stab the fuck out
Yeah,
of him.
so
Yeah,
just
I mean, do you want me to just
roll 2.
well, if it went in, do you want me to just roll like dagger damage?
Yeah, that's fine.
Dagger
Yeah.
damage? Okay.
Just do 2 of them though.
I got it. Okay, so this is going to be, but it's +6, so 12 points, because it's my strength.
Got it. Okay.
So 12 points of shard damage.
12 points. Well, you've actually been able to harness the void damage, so that you feel like it's pretty effective. So you'd be able to tell that that's kind of what you're doing. You stabbed him with essentially void daggers in just the right places, and now this spear has stopped spinning in it, and he definitely took damage from it.
Are we? Does it pop out like when
It hasn't.
when I pry?
No,
it does
hasn't
not pop
popped
out.
Nope.
Okay, then for my bonus action, since I do get 3 attacks if I'm dual wielding, can I pull the top shard out and stab him in the side and pry? I'm trying to pop. I want this thing out of his fucking chest. The dragon said out. Okay, we're getting it out.
Yeah. Go ahead and roll more damage. Again, he's not fighting you. He's not blocking it.
Oh fuck, that's max damage. That's 7. 7 points.
Okay.
So yeah, so that's 7 and 12.
So he actually does let out like almost like a whimper with that one. It's obviously hurting him, but he still doesn't fight you. But he does drop the void shard that he had in his hand.
Tempt me, Tempest.
And he does take he takes that damage. The sphere has it's edged out a little bit more, but it's still stuck in his chest. But it has edged out. Like Aegis, you feel like it's pretty freaking close to being out at this point.
All right, so yeah, Marcus will just say, "The dragon's demanding the orb. Fucking give it to me."
You say that
I
to
end my
him.
turn. Yeah, oh yeah, I say it to anybody who's fucking listening.
Okay. All right, which would be just about everybody. Tempest can't hear and Min can't hear. But all right. Okay, so on to his turn. So Marcus, he would look over to you when you say that, and he lifts his hand up, and he actually has like magic starts to sort of appear in his hand, but it's not the dark void magic that you guys have seen. It's actually, it looks like almost like fire maybe,
Can I go ahead and attempt to identify this in an attempt to counterspell it if he's about to try to fucking blow me
Yeah,
up?
you can. Yeah, you can do that. He does not look at you aggressively, for the record. He just kind of looks at you when you do magic.
Yo, he doesn't need to look aggressively when he's channeling fucking fire magic.
Yeah.
Can I also try and identify potentially to...
Marcus would have no clue.
Yeah, you
Counter?
can go ahead and try.
Okay, now I know it's a little bit weird being an arty. I have to use Dispel, I think.
Okay, so a 17.
So if it's on her spell list.
Yeah, that's what I have to figure out.
So find the spell.
Uh-huh.
And then scroll down, and if it's in there'll be a tag list underneath that says who it belongs to. Scroll up a little bit.
Yeah, I see what you're saying. Okay.
See how it says the classes?
Yeah.
So if it's not on the Artificer class list, you would know.
So you are not, Kira, you're not familiar with this spell. It's not something that you've ever studied.
Okay.
What he does is he channels the magic into his hand. He turns to you, Aegis, and he puts his hand over yours and grips the spear along with you. The magic does not harm you. His hand, it almost seems like it goes through yours, and he's touching the spear, but his hand is over yours. And he actually puts his other hand on your shoulder, and he helps remove the spear the rest of the way. The fire damage affects his chest only as you remove the spear from his chest. And he has a giant gaping hole. It's not bloody or anything gross like that. He just has a giant gaping hole where it was in his chest. And actually did do this thing. He sort of pulls the spear out and sort of presents it and hands it to you. Hold on a second. And he looks much more normal, much more like what he used to look once the spear is removed. The corruption completely disappears from his face. He's clearly pained, but he does not try to keep the spear from you. He hands it over. He looks over at you, Marcus, and he says, "Thank you." Okay, so he, hold on, I have something I want to read to you guys really fast. You did done good.
Out of curiosity, when he removes that sphere, is it spinning?
It's not spinning
It is
anymore.
still totally dead? Okay, or dormant, I guess.
It's
we could call
dormant,
it.
yeah. Dormant is probably...
Also, this sphere was way smaller than I had anticipated, which thank God for that, because I thought it was like the size of a cannonball. But he's a halfling, so... But like in this gaping hole in his chest, we don't like see his heart or
No,
lungs
no,
or
no,
anything.
it's-
Okay, so it's not like
It's
he's not
actually-
on his way out.
Well,
Okay.
he doesn't look like he's doing
yeah,
great.
I know what I did to
But,
him. Okay.
but no, it's actually odd. The hole in his chest, it actually looks like, if you looked down, it looks similar to like that dark abyss, sort of.
Oh, literally just a black hole
Yeah,
in his
just a
chest.
black hole. Yeah.
Gotcha. That's much better than just open fucking season for his innards.
Right. Yeah,
Well, you know what? Actually, I don't know if that's any better.
All right. Hold on.
I feel
one
like your
second.
heart needs a rib cage, generally
sure.
speaking.
Somebody get this man a heal.
So, so as he pulls the sphere out, his form starts doing the flickering thing that you guys were seeing with the other creature. However, you're not seeing the evil creature reappearing or anything like that. It just looks like he's having a hard time staying here. Sorry, I wrote a bunch of shit out and I want to actually read it to you guys, so give me a second here.
No worries, take your time.
Tell us the cool
I
narrative
will-
shit.
I will say the dice in the picture, the sphere looks a lot like a dice in the picture.
It does that because I'll put, sometimes if I can't get what I'm looking for, I'll put D&D in there, so then it'll throw a random D20.
It's been a lot cooler if it was
an
a
eyeball.
D4 in his chest.
D4.
Iron Man style.
You guys seeing a D20, I absolutely was just seeing an eye and thinking of that next thing was going to be a Void Beholder. No getting ideas from that, either of you.
Oh,
I'd
no.
fight one right now. Let's fucking go. I'm still fresh.
So,
I am out of key points, but other than that, I'm good.
I know, you guys are always good. Okay, so...
Min's ready to go.
At the end, so we're technically still in turn order. So at the end of his turn, you guys would see the tentacles start to appear again. But but he removes his hand from Aegis's shoulder and puts it up toward the tentacle. And he says, "Stop." And the tentacle actually does not attack you guys. Marcus, you would hear, well, okay, so for the sake of brevity and stuff, do we want to stay in turn order? Are you guys planning to continue to attack him at this point?
I mean, I'm not going to attack unless he starts to act the fucking fool. The only other thing is if he doesn't willingly hand over that fucking sphere.
He already put it in Aegis's hand.
Okay.
Or is in the
now
process
we're
of
gonna
doing
have to
so,
have
I
a
guess.
conversation then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so...
But for now, we're okay.
Okay, so I'm going to take the turn order down, and I'm going to stop the battle music. All right, so you guys are back in the silence. All right, so he tells the Kraken, you guys have already identified it, to stop, and it actually listens. Marcus, you will hear the dragon's voice, not speaking to you, but just kind of speaking. And
Marcus would open his mouth and allow the dragon to take over him like he did the Elder Brain to speak out loud if it wishes to take control of him.
Interesting. Okay. So yeah, you guys would all hear, and you would all hear, even though you're not within 5 feet of Marcus. It's almost as though you're hearing the dragon's voice through the void. He is going to say, "It has fallen, and we are no longer under its reign. You have released us." And the tentacle, which is kind of just there, it's not like about to attack you guys anymore, it's just there. It's no longer the black tainted void energy that was there, sort of retracts and disappears. And now it just looks like a really creepy giant tentacle. So Alan, okay, so here we go. So Alan is standing there, and as his visage flickers, the body of the creature that he once kind of shared is at his feet, crumpled now. There's a surge of energy that ripples outward. I'm gonna move this over here so I'm not staring away from you guys. There's a surge of energy that ripples outward as his influence is shattered. The Kraken, which was once a massive, mindless puppet controlled by his malevolent will, is no longer... He is now floating in the abyssal sea, which you realize now that you are no longer floating in the abyss of nothingness. But as you look around, you start to see it appears as though water is surrounding the islands, rather than the black nothingness that you saw before. You can see the eyes of the Kraken suddenly appear as its massive head breaks the smooth, glassy surface of the water, and as it looks at you, its eyes seem almost grateful. Instead of lashing out in blind fury, its colossal tentacles curl inward, and its monstrous form retracts into the dark waters. So, let's see, here we go. So Alan staggers for a moment, and then he looks at you, Aegis, and his voice is strained, and his message is kind of broken, as though he's speaking through a great weight. And there's a static that interrupts words here and there, almost like a radio. He says, "Aegis, the void's grip on me. Not broken yet. Still time. You. Free me. Back in our time. Void shards." His form flickers again, but he steadies himself, placing the gem completely, the sphere completely in your hand. "Find shards. Break curse. You always. Stronger one. Angus." His voice softens, filled with hope, and you suddenly hear the only full sentence he's been able to manage this entire time. "Don't give up on me. Or yourself." With those final words, he plunges his hand into his own chest, and you can see him squeeze. He smiles sadly but peacefully at Aegis. For a moment, he struggles. You can tell he's sort of fighting the dark tendrils of void that are clinging to him like chains, but with a final burst of light from his hand, you see his chest will light up, and he collapses to the ground. There's his body sort of melds back in with the crumpled body of the void creature, and Aegis, you're standing there holding the spear. So you can feel it deep within your soul, Aegis. It was all suddenly very clear. This journey, the battles fought here, have all led you to this moment, and you can hear Marcus's voice in your mind saying, "Fate has brought me here," and you've never known truer words until this moment. Your true path lies not just in this world, but back in your own time, where the final confrontation with the void awaits. So at this point, like I said, you guys are now standing. I did make a little picture. Hold on a second. There you go. So
The fuck
he's playing peekaboo.
is wrong with you?
So you guys see that
My brain's not so bad now, is it?
so there's actually water surrounding you. If you look deep, farther out, then there's still like the abyss kind of thing. But there's water surrounding you guys now. And the Kraken, you can see him there. I do have a pretty cool description for what happens here too, and then I'll let you guys kind of talk it out. But Okay, so from within the stillness, a surge of magic passes through the water. The Kraken, now free, starts to stir the ocean currents, causing a pathway to open. You'll realize that releasing him has actually granted you safe passage. Tempest, give me an intelligence check.
Oh boy. I am done with the stump. Yeah.
A 9, okay. Yeah, you feel like
So
that's
wait,
pretty cool.
why is that 2? Intelligence is 0.
Oh, I don't know, so it's a 7. I don't know, that's a good question.
Yeah.
The 2 is because of the fact that we have a proficiency bonus of 4, and you're not proficient in that, so you have Jack of all trades giving you half proficiency.
Yep.
Yes, thank you.
Yay, Jack of all trades. So yeah, 9. So yeah, that's pretty cool. You guys free to Kraken.
Damn it. It feels like some important bullshit was supposed to happen there because of my big dumb brain missing it. Shit.
Well, if Marcus hadn't been super needy, I would have given you an extra bonus on that. But somebody.
Fuck you. You talked up your feather fall
You
and then let
did
me
talk
fall
up your
into the
feather
goddamn void.
He told me about that after last time. Okay, so the Kraken, he's hanging out. It doesn't seem like he's being impatient. He's just kind of there, and he did create like this swirling. If you look into it, it's clearly a portal, and that's what you see. There's a portal in the water next to you.
Could I, is it possible to reach down and actually like touch the water from where I am?
Yeah, you'd be able to just kind of reach over the side. Yeah.
All right, I'd like to do so and try to connect with Aranor.
Okay. Just roll percentiles for me.
Okay.
Careful of the hook, Tempest, you stupid bitch. Okay, yeah, so, and you don't have Zoopal out right now, right? No, okay.
No.
Yeah, so you are able to connect with her. However, it sort of seems staticky. It's like there's something kind of in the way when you're trying to reach her. It's not the immediate connection that you usually have with her.
Okay. I'll try to be as clear as possible with my message to her. I think we freed the Kraken. Maybe you might want to talk to him. I don't know if you can talk to him. But it looks like he's giving us a way out. Hopefully he's not a big bad.
Is he saying this out loud?
Did you say it out loud or just like in your head?
In my head.
Okay.
Maybe I whispered a little bit. But it was very quiet.
Okay. All right. Yeah. You feel like the message probably went through. You're not sure if she received all of it or not. But you feel like the message probably went through. You're not able to hear anything from her though. It is kind of weird.
Is that what we needed?
Yeah, Marcus is gonna start putting the void shards back in the backpack. He's gonna take the one that this entity was using as well to give us 4 now,
okay.
And then he's gonna look at Aegis. Master Aegis, the void shard excuse me, the void sphere. That's part of what we need to get home. And then I'll just kind of like open the backpack to him.
I know. We're making sure everyone gets home.
Marcus will tie the backpack tight so nobody suspects him of actually doing anything funky, but he will sling it back over his back and then stand up. Master Bonkin, do you want to take this corpse in case it has anything of use on it? I think I have to go say goodbye to a friend of mine. And I start walking towards the dragon.
Okay.
Alright. Bonkin's gonna probably walk over to, like, Aegis, because, I mean, Aegis is always within arm's reach. And he's gonna put it, like, a hand kind of is on his shoulder the same way he did for, like, Kira. And she'll kind of be like, are you okay, Mr. Aegis?
Aegis would just look up at you, completely dropping the accent, and just say, once a sailor, always a sailor. It's exactly how Alan was.
Who the fuck is this guy? So confused.
It fixed.
Did he say we need to go back in time to save him? Is that what I heard?
We've freed him from what it seems like in this time. But in our time, think about it. It's like 900 years still of corruption.
So he was too far gone at this point to be saved completely.
Exactly.
I'm so sorry. It just
I
Right,
him
douche.
I saw his face. He was too far gone.
Well, I'm sure we'll get to save him again. And this might be poorly timed on my end, but something sparked where we are currently. We're inside the Temple of Oshpensha. That was a corrupted void area. I think Miss Kira said void without a capital, whatever that means. And now it's a giant ocean with a kraken. This is going to be the best fishing spot I've ever had, and I need to try to catch something. I'm sorry.
What,
and he's
you
going
mean,
to
like right now?
Yeah, like right now.
We're doing this now. Okay.
And Bong's gonna go take out his
It's
reel.
actually Beauty and the Beast, I
Like
think.
he's gonna take the
I
staff
think
off
it's
his
actually
back,
Beauty
and
and
it's
the
gonna
Beast.
transform into a fishing rod with like hook and sinker
It's
on.
not actually. It's just it sounds like it.
I was like,
Yeah.
is it really?
And he'll probably try and take some
Yeah.
bait that he has on him, and just
I
get
do too.
ready,
I was nervous. I was like, fuck, they're gonna put it in TCMA.
No, I think
and
it's
then
both.
rule back fully, and then cast it.
All right.
Sorry, Mr. Kraken, this ain't for you.
All right. So roll a d20 for me first.
$16's not bad. I'll take.
All right. So 16. Hold on one second. It is possible I made a fishing chart for you at one point.
You made a fishing chart for the fucking Abyssal Sea?
Not for the Abyssal Sea. That's the thing I need to work on here.
No, but I like where you're going with this. We need to catch an Abyssal Carp. That's gonna be Bonkin's pet, since everyone else gets a fucking pet.
Kraken.
No.
What would a void fish taste like? Nothing,
I bet,
right?
Nothing.
Yeah. Like, I've had better. It's aight. It's an aight fish.
All right. Roll percentiles and call high or low.
I'm gonna call high. Guess I should have said low.
I like this so much better though. Hold on a second. All right, so I'm gonna share a picture of what you catch.
I just fucking pull up Supple.
Oh god. If
there
Marcus
he is.
hadn't brought Dorian up, that would be an option right now.
Be like the Void at Sea equivalent of a boot.
Yeah. All right, so Bonkin. So you put up this thing puts up a decent fight, and you're like, this thing is gonna be fucking gantic. Like, you have been fishing forever. It's one of the main things you do, and it's your favorite pastime. And for the amount of fight that it put up, you're quite surprised because you catch that. It's about the size of the palm of your hand. You can give me a nature check if you want to try to identify what it is. And it's still fighting on the hook as you pull the thing. It's like it's really trying to fight still, even though it's definitely hooked.
So that was a 10, but because I'm bonking, it's 9.
Yeah, you're not entirely sure what this fish is, but it looks kind of fluffy.
Do any of you know what this is? I got no idea. If put up one hell of a fight, though.
Yeah.
We'll look at it. I don't think I can identify it either, but I'll take a look.
You can give it a try. Siamese.
I probably wouldn't be here during this,
Yeah.
and I'll explain why after, so I can't help with it.
Um, 16 for your nature check. Yeah, that's a Siamese fighting fish, Tempest.
Oh. Oh, yeah. No, I saw this at the aquarium place when I was getting Zoopal a tank. Yeah, no, that's a... Wait, what'd you say? It's a Siamese fighting fish?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a Siamese fighting fish. Yeah.
That's the most fucking appropriate fish I've ever thought of for bonking. That's amazing.
Oh,
I'm sure you're going to make a
we-
great meal out of it, but, I mean...
What? No, I'm keeping it. It's mine. That being said, I have no idea where to put this. Maybe my daughter would like it. Mr. Tempest, do you have like a bag or something we can just put water in?
Hang on. I can make you a little fish tank.
He can. Yeah. I was waiting to see if you'd... Yeah, I had a
As we
feeling you were
go.
going to do that. You do like a fishbowl or something.
Yeah, just a little fishbowl, just like the stereotypical, it's practically cartoonish, like Marcus's mace I made him a while back.
Okay, perfect. Yep. So you have a little like fishbowl that you can put your new Siamese fighting fish in.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Tempest. That's perfect.
And I'm gonna fill it with water and then put it in.
All right.
Just make sure you get that into a real tank in 4 hours because it's gonna have a bad time otherwise.
All right, I have to ask Mr. Zachary to stop at the shops. Would you mind helping me getting a tank for him? Because you got one for Jupiter.
Sure.
All right.
Thank you.
Marcus, you went to go talk to the dragon, right?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Yeah, so you still have the connection to it. It does still have the gem on its head. You no longer hear a Pencer whispering to it though. Like you don't hear him whispering like he was before.
Okay. So Marcus will, as he kind of approaches this thing, is the gem still in its forehead?
Yeah.
Okay. So he'll kind of approach it. Obviously his hands are completely free at this point. Doesn't have nothing fancy out, but he kind of puts his hands out and he'll speak to it telepathically. It would appear that our Pencer has fled your psyche. Do you sense its presence?
He is no longer on this plane.
As I'd figured. But you remain in the depths of the void among that creature, but without that creature. And he nods to the Kraken and the body behind this respectively. So who is your master?
I have no master. I didn't before, and I shouldn't now.
Of course not. That wasn't my insinuation. I was just ensuring that you weren't currently being controlled by something as you were when we arrived. I have a sneaking suspicion that that bastard back there was the one that had a hold over you.
Yes, not the young boy. The other.
I could give two shits about the young boy. I'm more worried about the one that was covered in darkness, who exemplified elemental void. That was the one?
It was.
Well, thankfully that entity is no more. So you are free, as far as we are concerned. It wanted us to end you. And by the will of me alone, you have been spared, as you stood no chance against us. Thank you for your cooperation in this endeavor.
It does this creepy thing where it sort of almost smiles, which for, you know, a dragon is really weird. But you'll see its teeth show, and it says, "If I'm being honest, if not for the other little one over there, it may not have ended that way."
It would have. I'm much stronger than you think I am, and I needed no assistance.
I more meant me standing here. Me being willing to stop fighting.
I understand what you mean perfectly. I have the ability to persuade one's mind, regardless of their will. But I chose not to. Instead, I utilized help from a god, yes. A god that I now have to do some inward inflection on, as I think I may have found belief in the gods. In their presence as a reality here in the, well, not prime material plane, wherever the fuck we are. Anyways, that's for another time. As far as you are concerned, though, you see no hostilities between our group and yourself, is that correct?
That's correct. As long as you don't linger too long.
No, we don't intend on lingering too long. However, he points to the gem in the forehead. That crystal is very suffused with psychic energy, to the point of it being almost overwhelming for someone sensitive to the psionic force of existence. Were you born of void? When you were in your egg form, there's no way you were truly void, were you? There is no possibility that absence, raw, unadulterated nothing, could produce something as magnificent as you. Am I correct in thinking that?
You are correct. Often, the way that void dragons get to this point is to be placed. Their egg, more, I should say, their egg being placed in the void before hatching. The longer we spend in the void, the more tainted we are when we come out.
And there we are, at the crux of our conversation, coming out of the void. I feel that you should maybe hear me out on something here. At some point in time, in the near future, my compatriots and I intend on seeking down a time dragon in a desert not too far from where we found the entrance of the location that led us here. I think we could utilize your assistance in taking this entity down, as we require its heart to return ourselves to a place in the timeline that we came from. As we have traveled some 900 to 1,000 years in the future, and, well, as it would happen, today has solidified that many of us do need to return home. So I'm wondering, if we were to take you with us, out into the prime material, away from the nothingness of the void, away from the silence, away from the absence of reality. But I gifted you with that small topaz in the center of your forehead. Do you think you could return to the once beautiful form of a gem dragon? Something that came far before this facade you wear right now. And give me, and I mean this seriously, all I ask in return is assistance when the time comes to face this entity, to take its heart, willingly or not.
You see it start to consider. Give me a persuasion check, but do it
man.
with advantage.
No, that's fine. Advantage is great, but boy, am I bad at these. You said persuasion?
Yeah.
Yeah, okay.
The risk was calculated, but damn am I bad at math.
Oh, fuck! I rolled a 19!
You surely did. Okay.
She's
900.
like, 26, fuck off.
Yeah, sorry, it was a 20. So you'll see the dragon consider. And it turns to you and it says, "Do you know the name of the time dragon you're seeking?"
We do not. We've only heard the tales of a time dragon that exists not too far from where we entered the portal that brought us to this plane of void. However, I do intend on finding its name, as I, being one who has traveled many, many, many generations after my own time to this place, knows that a name holds great power. So I can find that. I can also guarantee that I can find you a very happy place to live. And if you are capable of shrugging off the void that taints your form right now, if you embrace that topaz in your forehead and keep it for yourself, I will help you in your transformative process, whatever it takes. This is not what draconic beings are meant to be. You are not meant to be nothing. All dragons are something. Void dragons, by their very definition, are nothing. And that is not what you've shown us today.
I will admit you've awoken something in me that I forgot existed.
Yes, because you are born of nothing and you have found something.
I believe it's a fair trade.
I swear to you I will ask nothing more and nothing less. Just assistance when the time comes. I will assist you in your transformative process, and I will find you somewhere pleasant to live. Even if it means when this time dragon rears its ugly fucking head and we tear its heart from its chest, you take its lair for yourself. However, I have one caveat for this timeline. You are not to harm any innocent soul that you encounter. And if you are successful in your transformative process, I know you will be capable of identifying those who actually mean threat to you.
It considers again for a second, and then you'll see it sort of nod. I have never had intention to harm innocents before. I see no reason to do it now. Aside from being controlled, of course.
Of course. And I meant no offense. This is just an additional caveat of our pact.
Let's not call it a pact. And its eyes will go toward the creature. The Void
Marcus
Caller.
will look up.
The Void Caller uses pacts. We shall have...
A gentleman's agreement.
It'll nod.
Good. Then I will not take my gem. It remains with you, and my thoughts remain with the gods, and I will reflect on that personally.
On that, remember that gods tend to be beings who have learned how to harness their powers more effectively than others.
I've learned to harness my powers more effectively than those before me.
And
Does that make me a god?
Perhaps someday you will be.
I surely fucking hope not. Very well. Let me attend to my companions, and then we'll see ourselves out of here. Bear with me for a moment, because they are probably not going to like this news. I'm technically not supposed to do the talking.
Marcus, take a DM inspiration. For just everything that just happened. So it doesn't, it'll nod again and just kind of watches you approach the others. It doesn't move. It doesn't seem like it's coming after you guys. Yeah.
I'm still fishing.
Should I explain what I'm probably
Yeah.
doing?
Yeah, what are you doing?
Okay. A couple of things. One, trying to figure out how the ever-living fuck to get over to Min.
Yeah, there's water there
I-
now, just so that you know.
Yep. And Kira doesn't love water. Never has.
Mhm.
The chains and stuff are still there, though,
Yep.
right? The gates and everything are still there.
Yep.
So, I'm pretty sure it's going to be, trying to make it across the chains and everything to make it over here to see if she can focus that to get where she wants to go.
You're not gonna use the one down here?
I didn't see it because it was under the, it was under the cameras. So,
I'll
I mean...
give you that one, because Kira's way too intelligent.
Yeah, I mean, she's just gonna head down there and try and...
And I'm assuming you're trying to get to this one over here, so you can get to the portal.
She wants to get near Min, so that she can travel with Min, and then she wants to go over here and collect some things.
Okay.
Some ashes in particular, because I have it in my notes that one went all
Okay.
ash-like.
Yeah, give me an Arcana check.
That one turned to dust like a Thanos snap.
It did, indeed.
Mm-hmm. And dust is scoopable and doesn't weigh as much as a dragon. I want it.
Yeah, you got a friggin' 19 on that persuasion.
Oh, that stayed
I
on a
can't
3
believe
for
it.
so
That was a
long.
19 you got on that
Oh, I
persuasion.
thought you said that you rolled one lower than the 19.
I did.
Oh.
Yeah. A 25. Yeah, no problem. So you're like, okay, I've watched Aegis do this twice. I can handle this. You focus on the teleportation gem, I guess we'll call it, the platform, and you're able to wherever you were trying to go, you are able to successfully go. I'm not sure.
Okay, yep.
Yeah, we can
it's
sake
gonna
of
be...
brevity it, and you make it there. It's fine.
Yeah, she wants to go with Min,
Yep.
and then she wants to go and harvest some dragon ash.
Okay. Yeah.
Which
so
I don't think is so much harvesting as it is
digging
scooping
through.
it
Yeah.
up.
Yeah.
If there's any bigger pieces, etc.
Sure.
I want to do the weird.
Do you have stuff to put ashes in? A backpack, or I mean, I know
One
you have the
moment.
bag of holding, but
I do have a bag of holding. I have pouches. I have an empty milk bottle.
Yes, and please, God, let's make some chocolate milk out of this dust.
oh,
I've been saving every container that you've
Look at Aegis.
mentioned. For the record.
okay. Yeah, we'll
Um,
say you're able to.
yeah.
You're able to collect some. That's fine.
Yeah, the empty milk bottle. I'm gonna use that.
Okay. Yeah. So you're able to fill the empty milk bottle with dragon ash. Give me another Arcana check.
1 second, let me type.
This is what I say every session.
That was void wormling, right?
Yeah.
And then weight on that, the bottle
did.
was 2 pounds.
The one down here. Yeah. The weight. Yeah. 2 pounds.
Okay, so I'll add another 2 then. Milk bottle of dragon ash is in my inventory. Okay, another Arcana check.
Yeah, just give me an Arcana check. 23. Okay, you're actually you're pretty sure you can use this in some of your item crafting. Obviously, very specific items, but you're pretty sure that you remember seeing this as an ingredient before.
Fantastic. I am going to label the bottle.
Good idea.
Yeah.
Chocolate milk.
Gross.
No, it's FAFO, and
Just do a
then
co-
fine
don't do
Elven
a
script.
cocaine
It's
with
the actual description.
Do not do a cocaine with the dust from the.
Okay.
fucking-
I'll throw the. I will gently place the milk bottle of dragon ash into the bag of holding. Then.
Okay.
I want you all to know that Candace told me off mic to not do a cocaine with the dragon ash,
Sarah's
and
fault.
now I kind of want to do a cocaine with the dragon ash.
No.
Always chasing the dragon, baby.
Let me process it, make it a little bit finer, a little bit more snortable, and then we can talk. I was thinking mixing it with some diamond dust.
There we go.
Listen, I came here for Dungeons and Dragons where we're all out of dungeons, so...
So snort dragons.
Going
obviously
for that
that's the
dragon
answer.
ass.
Good lord. Okay, you said you're still fishing, Bonkin?
Yes, I would like to continue fishing.
Alright, roll another 20. D20. Kara, give me 1 second.
Okay, don't tell me if anything before or after I roll.
Bonkin's gonna find two and he's gonna make them fight each other.
I probably.
Fucking fish fight club.
I would like to use my demon inspiration to roll again.
Okay.
Because let's be honest, if I don't use it for fishing, what am I going to use it for? It's worse.
Oh no! You accidentally throw your rod into the water.
No, that's magic. Come back.
Whoa!
Okay, so,
Can
yeah.
I catch it?
Yeah, give me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh my god, my dice hate me. Dude.
Can I burn a reaction and cast Featherfall on it?
Yeah.
Fuck yeah. Alright, I got one first level spell slot left. It's all yours, Bonkin.
Alright, you're able to
So
grab
yeah,
it back.
as I walk back up and you cast it and yeet it into the void, I'm just like, ah! And it just...
You're able to use your ridiculously long arms and grab it because it was featherfalled, so that you could disregard the dexterity save. All right, so you have your fishing pole back.
Oh, thank you, Mr. Marcus. I guess I don't know what came over me. I guess I got a bit too excited at where I'm fishing at. I'm gonna do it again.
Okay.
To be fair, the
Last
Featherfall
time.
lasts for a minute,
I was gonna say, so
you can just keep yeeting that bitch.
You go ahead and cast it, but as you cast it, instead of it going like, it goes like.
This might take some time.
It's okay. I'm gonna be a minute.
A few moments later.
All right, give me another D20.
Surely it can't be worse than an one.
Why on earth would you say that out loud?
Yeah.
It wasn't.
It was better than the 6. All right. Yeah, so you cast, but maybe because it goes out so slow and you're not used to it, it wasn't the greatest cast. So it takes a little while, but you end up feeling something eventually biting. Roll percentiles.
Alright, I'm gonna pick low from my rolls.
It will be, yeah. It just
he doesn't know what the fucking void is, I guess.
yeah.
Or I'll roll perfectly average.
Oh, you did roll perfectly average. Okay. Hold on a second.
Marcus with an action surge.
All right.
Just like to point out, your roll earlier would have been a goblin key roll. Just saying.
Oh, that's true. Goblin key roll. Though nat 1. All right. So give me Bonkin, give me an Arcana check. As you're trying to like adjust and stuff. Oh my goodness. As you're trying to adjust and stuff, you're way out of your element. Like normally you're in nature, you know what's going on, but you are not in nature right now. So you're kind of just blindly fishing right now. So you do feel something bite, and you get Man, I'm getting some weird shit. Okay. Hold on 1 second.
I didn't even think I could roll that.
Bonkin, if you throw this thing into the fucking void again, you need to start noodling. Do you know what noodling is? Okay, so in America, there's this thing called noodling, and I swear to God this is real, where hillbillies will go into rivers and they take their whole arm with handfuls of catfish bait, which is essentially bloodied meat, and they stick it into catfish dens, which are holes dug into the bank underwater, and they try to convince the catfish with the handful of fucking bloodied meat to bite their arm, and they yank it, they grab it from the inside like its tongue and throat, and they pull it out of the hole, and that's how they catch their shit. Okay, you're not noodling, because that's not a noodleable fish, but
Well, it is. Who knows? Maybe it is.
maybe it is. Did he noodle it? No.
Could be as big as a catfish, yeah.
That's a big fucking fish. It's a good looking fish too. What is that? Is that a real fish?
It's a real fish, yeah.
Holy shit.
All of them are, actually.
Oh, that's cool.
I can't see it yet because it's loading really slow.
Oh, yeah. It'll show.
African internet.
Akira, what else are you doing while that's loading for him? Are you good?
Was there... Yes, actually, there are a couple of things I would like to do.
Okay.
We're still on these weird crystal platforms.
Yeah, it's just water instead
Can
of
I help you over there, Kira? I have a floating door that can magically transport you from one island to another.
Oh.
We will take you up on that, but hang on. And she pulls out a hammer, and a python, and a tool set, and a crowbar, and she just starts laying stuff out. I want a sample of this crystal
Okay.
from these platforms.
Okay. Yep.
Yep.
I thought you were going to get yourself off that island with a hammer.
Give me an Arcana check.
Yeah!
Yeah, so this stuff's really tough. In fact, the fact that that guy was able to just scrape some of it up seems very odd to you. You're not able to get a very good sample. You can get some. You're not sure how much testing you'll be able to do with it, but...
You know what? If I go back over to where he was there, when he scooped some up, was there... As Kira's definitely in, like, science
there were
mode.
scratch marks. There were scratch marks. It wasn't like he scooped it like sand. He had to claw it up out of the ground.
Okay, yeah. Kira's just gonna science this place and see what she can get samples of.
Okay.
Because this is nothing like anything she'll have been able to get before. She'll take some water with her water skin.
Yep.
She'll do those
so
things.
give me an Arcana check for just one for each collection that you're doing, so we can kind of keep moving. But I want to make sure you get what you were looking for.
Yep. I'm just trying to argue this. I don't know how relevant any of this actually is.
Sure.
The water skin is just water.
Okay.
FYI, while she's doing this and like chiseling and fucking bubbling and picking things up, Marcus is telling the group that's over on this platform, the dragon says that we are friendly if we don't linger long, so it's time to fucking go.
Maybe we should stop fishing, yeah.
If you'll excuse me. And he looks back at Bonkin. No, you've got at least one more cast. I'm worried about her. She's with the fucking tink, 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 tink. Time to go.
She's like a kid in Willy Wonka's factory.
Yeah, Kira looks so happy right now because this is a place of where magic and science has seemed to come together in this really cool way. She will be here. She would be perfectly happy staying here for hours and hours.
All right, enjoy yourself. Marcus approaches the dragon and says, "Let's go."
So Marcus said I have one more cast. Bonkin's gonna go, right, well, I guess I better make the most of it. And he'll reach into his backpack and he's gonna take out like a full fishing net. Because I've had this net forever.
Yeah, you have.
You have a fucking fishing net?
He does. Okay. All right, so go ahead and roll a
Amazing.
Roll a d20.
What the fuck?
It is a weapon if you want me to roll an attack roll.
Yeah, you can roll an attack roll because they're fish in the water. Hey, look at that. All right, so now roll a d6. No, Aegis, I was coming to you as well. I was going to ask you what you were doing, so don't worry. That'll be kind of while, Marcus was talking to the dragon and all that. Yeah. A 3? Okay. All right, and now roll percentiles.
Okay, I'll pick low again.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, well, screw me.
All right. Okay, I'll get you your fish pictures here shortly. Yeah, she'd probably get pulled away. I agree, Kira. So, Aegis, what were you doing during this time with the fishing and collecting and talking to the drake?
I was gonna say Aegis probably would not have been around to even hear what Marcus was saying there, because the first thing now that combat and everything is done is he would have started trying to make his way back over to that center platform.
You cut out. There you go.
Yeah, to go ahead and get back to the center platform where we all originally were. That way he can actually retrieve his staff.
That's a good call. Yep. Okay, so you're pulling it from the... okay, good. So even just as a note, you pull your staff from there. It doesn't change anything. The portals stay open. It's not like things start shaking and shifting and it's all screwed up now. So you're able to successfully get your staff back. And I'm glad you said that because I had a note. I had a note about it.
I had a note
Thank
too,
you.
and I was not going to...
Yeah, don't lose your staff. Thank you.
That being said, actually, he's going to go ahead and take a look at the staff.
Okay.
He's going to reach up and take the rock off.
Mm-hmm.
And he's going to present it to the Kraken.
Oh. Okay. Alright, so the Kraken, yeah, the Kraken will look down at you, and you'll see its eyes kind of shift over to where the body of the Void Caller and Alan are, and then look back toward you. And
Hold on. Bonkin said he was picking that body up, FYI.
oh,
I told Bonkin to pick that up, and he said, yes, I'm taking it.
okay, perfect. Okay.
Okay.
So,
'Cause we
so
would
to
need
where
the
it was.
fucking loot.
Yeah, to where it was. But he'll look over to that direction and then back toward you, and then one of the tentacles would sort of like come down and wrap around the stone, the rock, and take it from you. It's much more gentle than you'd expect such a gigantic creature to be able to do. Especially one that was trying to kill you not too long ago.
I've seen you for who you truly are. I know you're not the evil I thought you were. I will make sure you get saved. I will not let this... I want to call it an eternity because it probably feels like that for you, but at least 900 years of corruption. I will not let it pass.
You'll see it give you like a slow blink. It almost comes across as like a nod. And the tentacle will move away. And it keeps its gaze on you. You don't feel threatened. It actually, this whole area feels very peaceful right now. And Aegis, you can take a DM inspiration as well. Is Tempest, were you doing anything other than, I know you reached out to Aranor. I want to give everybody a chance before you guys leave the plane.
Yeah, I was only trying to reach out to Aranor to try to get her vibes about the Kraken a little bit more now that it's free, I suppose. But if she can't reach out to me because of where we are, then maybe I'll just wait till later for that.
Okay, yeah, it seemed like there was a bit of a struggle when you were trying to reach out.
Yeah.
Like I said, kind of like a static almost.
Yeah, I figured it's just because of where we are, it's not good connection, so.
Yeah, you can't get a good connection.
Right. But yeah, the whole time I'll be, trying to help, I guess, Kira, like, get back to this island if she's having trouble doing so.
Okay.
It's very obvious she would take the longest possible, like, she would take the longest route if necessary to avoid going near the water, so she will absolutely take you up on that. However, if you fuck with her at all during that, with Dorian, she will go back to taking the long circuitous route.
Well, no, I mean, Tempest knows better than to fuck with Kira.
Should do it right at the end when she's like right across the water with nowhere to go.
Oop.
All right.
Where you gonna go, bitch?
Bonkin, you do manage to catch 2 more fish with your net.
Aw.
Oh.
That it's not as
Oh.
big. That's actually smaller. It's like probably the size of your forearm. It's not as big.
Why
as
he
it
got
looks.
whiskers?
He does have whiskers.
Whose forearm? Tempest forearm and Bonkin's
Bonkin's
forearm.
forearm.
Okay,
Very
those
different.
yeah, very. He's a big boy.
Bonkin's forearm. Still
That's not
big,
gonna
but-
fit in that. That's not gonna fit in the.
No, it would not.
I need a bigger bowl.
Like he literally just has like a fishbowl for
Yeah,
a
I'll
beta
send it to you.
fish, and that's it.
I have it. I'll send it
In
over
that case,
now.
for like the bigger fish, he'll kind of put it like back in and go.
There you go, little buddy. I can't keep
Okay.
you. You're too big. All right, I'm ready to go.
And there's like a bunch of fish in a bowl that's kind of too small for all of them.
Okay.
Yeah, Marcus is he's been up by this dragon pretty much the whole time. And he has, oh, actually, one thing I will ask this thing before we leave, because he's obviously going to tell him, we can go whenever you're ready. However, what is your name? When I ask it that, I'm going to burn my 2nd level spell, and I'm going to cast Detect Thoughts on it. And I'm going to read its surface level thoughts, which it does not get to save against, and I choose not to probe deeper. I will end the spell as soon as I hear the first thing that comes across its mind.
Okay. So the first thing.
Got your way.
You did that very, very carefully.
I've been fucking waiting. I'm like, that was my last resource. I have 1 sorcery point, and literally every single one of my skills, abilities, and points are gone.
So you'll hear the name. It'll you know, subconsciously, when somebody asks you your name, you just think it.
That's exactly
Yeah.
why I did it. So yeah, you'll see his eyes flash pink when he asks it. So what's the name?
So I'll spell it for you. It's Beissanen.
Okay, I hear that. I will immediately drop the concentration on the spell, and then I will wait for its response out loud.
It seems to consider for a second, as it looks toward you, and it says, "You know, there's a lot of power in a name."
Marcus will nod, and he says, "What would you like me to call you?" I, by the way, am Marcus Cunha, the 9th son.
As part of our gentleman's agreement, I will tell you my name. He'll think it, knowing that you guys had a connection before, but out loud he'll say, "You may call me Beza."
How do you spell the nickname?
Bezza.
Can I make an insight? Now, I know he's lying. Can I make an insight check to determine if this is an intentional lie? Or if this is a, like, passive thing?
Go ahead.
Because I know he's lying. I know what his fucking
You
name
know
is.
he's lying,
I saw the whole fucking thing.
Yep.
So, alright, and where's my insight? Oh, my insight's not great. I'll take a 22.
He believes he's telling you the truth.
Really? Fuck me. Okay. Marcus is a little bit confused, a little bit sad. He's hungry. I'm out of pocket bacon.
He's hangry.
I'm wounded. I have no psychic energy left, and it's time to get the fuck out of this place.
Yeah,
I've
so
got some more pocket bacon.
Do you?
I hardly ever use it except for like min on occasion.
maybe.
Yo, I legit keep track of it.
It's like rations.
It's fine. No, it's less than rations. Every time I take an action, I eat a little piece of bacon.
It's snashins. Like snack rations.
Time to go.
Is anybody doing anything?
Actions.
Snaction.
Yeah, I'd like to use my snaction to eat a piece of pocket bacon.
I think Tempest eventually catches up with Marcus, probably just after their conversation, where the dragon tells his name or nickname. Didn't hear any of it, but still comes up and says, "Oh, hi."
You'll get a very dragon-like nod.
He says hello, Master
Oh.
Tempest.
Okay.
What on earth is Min's reaction coming up to this dragon? Since dragons are pretty much just big cats, and we know this.
Yeah. I think that it would be similar to like introducing two cats. Like, Min would walk up and she'd see Marcus interacting with this thing, like exclusively, and you'd get a flash of almost like jealousy, Kira. Her tail would flick, and then as she walks up, she would purposely brush hard against Marcus's leg to make sure he knows that she's there.
Yeah, Marcus would look down as he's like talking to everyone and just go, "Chill, Nalia. He's a friend, I promise." And then he'll give her a couple like high butt scratches, like just above the tail, like little.
Ding, 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 ding.
She'd get into
ting,
it.
ting, ting.
She wouldn't
Yeah,
like
metal
it, but she'd
armor
get
on
into
metal.
it.
Sounds like a you know, like an office chick with fucking done up nails clinking on
Oh,
a
yeah.
Stanley cup.
Yeah.
The clink.
All right.
All right. So then I'm sorry, I totally missed when you said that there was a path out.
There's a
but
portal
I
in the water.
Oh, a
So the
portal.
Kraken created basically a whirlpool that turned into a portal in the water next to you guys.
So Marcus is gonna do a really weird thing, and he's gonna kind of like reach up towards the dragon as if to like mount it. Does it accept it, or does it seem resistant, or like, whoa, man, we had an agreement, we had a gentleman's
ain't there
agreement. What the
yet.
fuck is this?
No, I think that. I mean, you
Look, I
literally
rode
just
you
rode on this
before.
thing, yeah. So I think.
But it wasn't under its own control.
But it also wasn't unconscious. So.
That's true. So Marcus will attempt it. I don't know what you want me to do as far as that's concerned.
I would say. Just give me animal handling, but do it with advantage. Just so that we can see how you approach it and if your approach is giving the right signal or not. Okay, that's not bad. Okay, so yeah, you kind
Not
of like
good.
you put a hand like up on its side, and then you start reaching up for like, you know, the harder scales at the top to be able to pull yourself up. Not a 0, that's true. And it doesn't like pull away from you. At first you could tell it's not accustomed to being a mount, you know, like it hasn't really done it prior to your encounter. But once it realizes what you're trying to do, it seems like it allows you.
And Marcus will just say, "I don't own you, and you don't own me. A gentleman's agreement. I'm just showing you the exit." And then he'll kind of like, once he's up, he'll kind of like with his neck, because his neck before was like under
Yeah.
and commanding. This time he's gonna just kind of like hold on to the spines.
Yeah,
Does
the
it have
spines.
spines
Yes,
down?
it does.
So he'll just kind of hold on to the spines with one hand kind of wrapped underneath, and he'll kind of just lean his weight into the direction of where the portal is.
Okay, and you said you filled
And
everybody in on...
he'll just say like, "Do you see it?" Well, I filled everyone in except for Kira because she was on another platform, so she probably doesn't know. Because we can't. You said we can't talk within like 5 feet, right?
No, so
the void?
that lifted with the dragon when the dragon
Oh,
started
well-
speaking earlier. Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, if that's the case, then she may have heard me from the platform
Give
when I
me
was
a
telling everybody.
perception with disadvantage, Kira, because you were very into the sciencey stuff.
I mean, Marcus isn't
Yeah.
quiet,
Right.
but he, you know. Was she chiseling too hard? Jesus. Ah.
So Min knows what's
Min.
up.
She ain't gonna say shit.
No, she's not. Min's going along with it. She doesn't seem like she loves it, but she's going along
So this
with
portal is in the water.
it. Yeah, the portal's in the water. Yep.
Okay.
Yep.
So, yeah, it actually makes perfect sense. Is Kira and Min like ready to go? Okay, where we get? Like over there?
Yeah.
Of course, over there. Do you need a ride, Mistress Kira? And Marcus on top of the fucking dragon.
Yeah, and Tempest is swooping around his door too.
Like
Is
a
that
ladder.
Anybody who wants to ride can jump on this too. Plenty of
Is that
space.
the only way out of here?
Yes. You can take a dragon if you'd like. He's very friendly. Or you can ride on the back of Dorian or Master Aegis. I don't know, you can tandem swim.
No, nope. Getting a ride would be wonderful. Are we ready to go now?
Marcus is just gonna reach down and try
Yeah,
to
we can't-
scoop her up.
Okay.
We can't keep hanging out here. We're told to get GTFO.
Aegis,
Yeah,
did you have a
so
question?
after reaching down, she's going to put up a hand for a second. She's going to take a deep breath, and she's going to cast Heroism on herself again.
Okay, good call. Yeah.
Wow, lucky of you to have some fucking spell slots left.
Aegis,
Yeah, I
did you
still
have
have,
something
like, more than
thought I
half
saw
of
you-
mine.
God damn, what were you doing this whole fight?
Using my abilities that don't require spell slots.
Mhm.
Touche. Alright, you got me there.
I think Min has only ever not loved water because Kira hates water with a
Yeah.
passion. So I don't know what Min's gonna try and do, but Kira will absolutely take Marcus's hand to go up on the dragon,
Okay.
and then probably try and get a selfie.
Yeah, okay. Hold one sec. Aegis, what were you... I saw your hand go up and I don't want to move on and then...
I was just gonna say ask where the whirlpool was in relation to like the map.
Can you see me pinging?
Yep. Sometimes
I wonder if I have a whirlpool.
you have to go with the current. Alan was the one that taught me that. And Aegis is gonna go ahead and just dive off into
Stop
this
it.
thing.
You dove into it, you said?
He is just diving straight off into it.
All right. Yeah, so you guys will see Aegis does... just for funsies, give me either athletics or acrobatics.
Belly flop.
To be fair, that is entirely possible because I almost envisioned him doing like the dolphin style
That's what I was
dive,
thinking,
but going
yeah.
sideways.
Yeah.
That way he's just like, sometimes you just gotta let life take you with the current.
Sploosh. Oh,
I
fuck!
don't know.
It spins around like a turd in a bowl.
What the fuck?
There he goes.
I can't fish
Hey.
again.
God
You're up.
damn!
You can explain it, Aegis. Go ahead. You did very well, so explain it as though Aegis did very well with that dive.
Honestly, I think it would basically have been just like that.
See
Like
you,
he would have
Morgan.
just dove and kind of went with like the arc going to the side, knowing that the whirlpool is going to be pulling him this way, so he tries to maintain this type of forward look.
Perfect,
He's
yeah.
just going straight for it.
Yeah, and you guys, there's no fear in him whatsoever. His tiny body just does the perfect dive into the whirlpool, and he's gone. You don't hear screaming or gurgling or drowning of any sort, for the record.
Yeah.
Min, just so you guys know, she, seeing Kira get on the back of the dragon, she would just kind of like saunter next to the dragon and head toward the portal, just like kind of looking up.
Well, like Marcus would, he would put his hand down for her. He would hold on and stretch all the way down. If she was looking like she was gonna saunter, I'm not dealing with fucking drama when we get back to the base.
Yeah,
So
she'd
he'll
accept,
just be
she'd
like,
accept
yeah,
the hand.
okay, so he'll grab her metal paw and just be like, Nalia.
All right, yeah. So she'd go up there, but she'd be like, she'd place herself between you and Kira, and just like sit and hang on.
I was absolutely going to be giving the rest of the party more ammunition. The full like backpacking, but
A whole new world. Yeah.
now this is no longer possible.
Big, you could.
All right.
Min is as big as both of us.
Oh
shit,
She's
that's right.
big.
She's huge, isn't she?
Fully,
She's
she's
big.
medium sized, fully.
Yeah.
I will ask the dragon, is this too much? Is this too much for you? Or are you alright?
You'll hear like a snort of laughter, almost through its nose, and you'll hear it say, Definitely not too much.
Oh. Well, he didn't have to be fucking rude about it.
Also, for the descriptive record, Kira, even with a bunch of shit in the bag of holding, is still carrying like 60, 70 pounds of stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Very encumbered, always. So just completely unnecessarily, her weight is still obnoxious.
Yeah, it seems fine though. Yeah, it seems fine. All right, so the dragon will head toward the whirlpools. Anybody doing anything wacky, or is everybody going through?
No.
Bonkin, you wanna ride on Dorian, or you diving in? What are you doing over there, big guy?
Actually, can you keep dish? And he's gonna put the fishbowl on the the Dorian.
Oh, that's probably a good idea.
Oh, actually, yeah, no. Tempest will actually hold on to it. It's probably gonna tip over, but I got it for you.
Oh, cool, thank you. And he's just gonna take Alan's body and just kind of wade into the water. It's all right, I'm used to water. And he's just gonna walk into it.
Okay.
Candace, the only thing I'm doing is as the dragon dives in, I'm gonna burn my last sorcery point and recover a first level spell slot.
Okay, got it.
Just in case something gets fucking weird. I have my resources are done.
Sure, no problem. All right, so everybody's going through the portal.
Yep.
All right, just make sure. All right, let me read this to you. So, as the swirling portal opens, its edges shimmering with the ebb and flow of ocean waves, you step cautiously, is what I wrote. Dive headlong, ride a dragon, ride on a door carrying a fishbowl.
Yeah, the usual.
It makes perfect sense, yeah.
The usual.
Walking into it with a body on, like above.
Yeah. You walk into it, yeah. The world around you bends and warps like the very fabric of reality is being unraveled. For a moment, you are weightless, suspended in a whirling tunnel of deep blue, the sensation like diving headfirst into the depths of the sea, and not unlike the first time you all found yourselves in a swirling vortex the day you met. The sound of rushing water fills your ears and your vision blurs, only broken by brief flashes of bioluminescent light dancing in the distance like strange ethereal creatures swimming past. I have a picture. Me? Well, I had a picture. Where did it go? Okay, let me finish reading and I'll show you guys a picture after. Time seems to slow, and though you are moving forward, it feels like you are swimming against an invisible current. You're not actually swimming, but that's what it feels like. Each step through the portal, a struggle, as water presses in from all sides. The pressure intensifies, and it feels like it's squeezing your lungs and it's starting to get difficult to breathe, as though you've plunged into the heart of an ocean trench. And then, with a sudden jolt, the portal spits you out into the familiar surroundings of a Pencer's abandoned temple. You stumble into the round, forgotten entryway, gasping for air, the swirling pool of water that had once seemed so small now barely rippling beneath your feet. But you are all drenched, soaked to the bone as though you just swam through an entire ocean. The water in the temple only reaches waist high for most of you, although Aegis, being much smaller, finds it nearly chest deep. But your clothes cling heavily to your bodies, dripping with seawater. Your hair is slicked down, and the air is cool against your soaked skin. The room smells faintly of salt and brine, though the portal behind you shows no signs of the impossible journey you just experienced. As you catch your breath, the strangeness of it all sinking in, you stand in the temple and it feels like you've just emerged from a long submerged voyage, as if the weight of the ocean still lingers on your shoulders. Let's see. Okay, so there's a painting now that none of you saw before when you were in this room. It's nearly pristine, which is very odd considering the state of the rest of the temple. So you guys are back in the room. Let me move the map over and get my pictures for you. But let me grab your new characters first.
Before I forget, I want to. Are we in the same room that we started with, like all like the tent city around like the central pool? All right, Tempest wants to like make sure he grabs his candle before he I forget it completely. Yeah.
Very excellent. I actually mentioned that. I mentioned that like at the end of the last or 2 sessions ago to Xavier. All right, 1 second.
Not a hugely important item, but maybe it will be someday. Who knows?
Look at us picking up after ourselves.
Yeah.
We're all grown up.
No littering here.
You look around, all the garbage everywhere else.
All right, I'm gonna move you guys over here. Oh.
Oh, this is a
That's
different
the
place.
wrong map.
I was gonna say, fuck, what the fuck? Where the fuck
Yeah,
are
that
we?
was the room. That's the room you guys skipped.
Oh.
Oh, good. That place looked terrifying.
That's the room y'all skipped. All right, hold on one second. Okay, here's the painting.
Yay.
Here's the portal.
Oh, shit! I told you.
Is it that we missed it, like we weren't looking for it, or it like appeared
It wasn't there. It wasn't there when you guys were here last time, because you guys did some serious investigation in this room. It was not there when you were in here last time, and it is over here on the wall. Ping, over here to be clear.
Boy, you really want me to triple multi-class cleric, don't you?
I don't. That's why the dragon said what he said. All right.
Fuck that dragon.
Cleric or paladin, one of the two.
That's what I was thinking, man. I could drop some smites on top of this. I mean, we got some things going on here.
And
If only there was a psychic-focused paladin path.
and then
Ooh.
that's what it looks like when you guys first come through. It rather than it just being that little tiny swirling bit of water, it was clearly a portal that you just came through. When you look in there, though, it does look like just water again.
So
I
as we
fished
come,
in there too, and I got a rock.
so as we come through, Marcus will say out loud to the dragon, as we're kind of like coming back into the prime material. He's gonna just say, you know, he kind of points around the room, especially to the big picture on the wall now. This might be a good place to take up as your own. Protector of a temple of Arpensa. Probably a good thing for a dragon who is going to attempt to transform themselves from the void into the gem manifestation they were brought up as. Yes? There's no one here to harm you, only the presence of a god that is capable of providing you with the psionic energies you need for said transformation.
You'll see it stop and consider for a moment, and then it like kind of looks around. If it's truly abandoned, this may be the best place for me to start.
If not, you can come home with us, but it's gonna be kind of cramped, and I think we're probably one room too short, but we can build you a basement abode. If not, step outside, see the temple for yourself. There's quite a bit outside. This was a small village on the exterior, and this is the temple on the interior. Nobody comes out here. They're very afraid of it. When we had investigated it when we arrived, nobody had been here for years.
It'll look over.
Clear out all these tents. I mean, sure, it'll make a beautiful space, yeah.
That is true. I could pile everything over here. It starts like looking around, and it'll look over at the picture of a Pencer and look back. Are you still on his back, Marcus? Or
Yeah,
okay.
yeah, I'll still stay on his back.
It'll kind of look back toward you, Marcus, and it'll say, I think this will do. I don't think many would take to me as you all have.
Good. And Marcus, kind of like closes his grasp around the neck, and he pulls it a little bit closer to him, and he kisses it behind the ear, and he says, then one half of our gentleman's agreement has been fulfilled. When you need my help, when you require my assistance, making the transformation, and he'll reach up behind its head and tap on the crystal. When you need that transformation assistance, you seek me out, and I am yours. But remember the other half of that bargain. When we find the time dragon, we will need you.
Understood, and I will be there.
So Marcus will grab onto its spine and slip over its back, kind of like off onto the ground, and then he'll reach up for Kira and Min.
Min would.
Kind of-
Kira looks incredibly unhappy. I'll say the one detail because Kira has the intelligence that I don't and also is looking at the water. All of her tech would have gone into the bag of holding before she went anywhere near this thing of water.
Yeah, I figured.
Because she's not that dumb.
All right, Min, get in.
It,
Well,
It's her first bit of tech.
she's
that would fill the bag of holding. That is, I'm assuming Min's probably fine having gone through the portal.
She doesn't look very happy, but she's not
Okay.
scared of water. She just doesn't really like it. She's made of metal and also a cat.
Yep. Yeah, so Kira does not look super happy, though considerably braver than 45 seconds ago. We'll take the assistance to get down. Thank you. Elvin, of course. And then Min, I think it would probably just launch herself off the dragon.
Yeah, but she's gonna start to try to like accept Marcus's help, and then because she's a giant metal cat, she'll like end up putting her paws on your shoulders and sort of like leaping off of your shoulders onto the ground as she's trying to get down.
Oh, well, that's one way to do it, I suppose. Perfect. And then I just checked the scales, like where her rear paws were, to make sure that no claws came out and fucking punctured where she jumped.
There's no punctures, no. You'll see, you can see maybe there are scratches, but the scales are really strong, so it didn't damage.
Darn, no scales, Dads. The collection says cat, not Kira. Out loud.
So, is this thing, is it still pretty injured? Bless you.
Sorry. Sorry. guys.
Bless you. Settle down.
I just didn't want to
That's
answer the
enough.
question. Yeah, so it is it's still, I only get 2. It is still pretty injured. Hold on, I want to see. I think it was just barely bloodied.
That's what I thought too. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
I have some heals to give you as well.
Yeah, I still have a little bit I can give too.
Okay. Oops.
Tempest will approach. I don't think I made it to this map, but
Oh, you know what?
yeah.
You guys are kind of spread out. Hold on a sec.
Yeah. Tempest will approach the dragon, and he'll put a hand on his side as a thank you for
It's 'cause
not
Dorian
murdering
was
us,
walking
and thank you for helping us in the future. And pump a cure wounds level 3 into him.
Okay, yeah, so the dragon will look very grateful. I love that Dorian made it, but you didn't.
Right.
It's because he was on
The
top
most
of
important.
your character. I
Yeah.
didn't grab you.
Priority.
No. 4th level from Aegis for 18 more.
Okay, yeah, the dragon looks a whole lot better right now. Still slightly injured, but nowhere near what it had been before. And it does look gratefully toward each of you and gives you like a head bow, with each heal.
So yeah, Marcus will kind of like look it very close in the face. Like he talks face to face with this thing because he thinks of it as an intellectual equal as far as he's concerned. So he's gonna kind of breathe into his gauntlet and then kind of like rub the gem to kind of just clean all the shit and gunk and water, salt water off and stuff. I'm gonna pull out my last potion of healing, and I'm just gonna kind of pull his head back just a little bit and just whether he likes it or fucking not, pop the cork off and just spill the healing potion into his mouth.
Okay.
Use his tooth as a bottle opener.
No, I'm not that crazy. That was max, actually. That's 8, so that's 10.
Nice. Okay.
Yeah, 10
cool.
points.
Awesome.
Let me delete that real quick.
When you go and toss the potion bottle aside, Kira's gonna grab it.
Noted. Okay.
Yeah, he would too. He would just like he would pour it and then just drop it on the ground and then just kind of like ease the just kind of like rub the throat to like okay, drink it up, drink it up.
Yep, Kira's in the background, just yoink, add that to the collection.
Aegis.
Go ahead.
Sorry.
Aegis. No, go ahead.
I was just gonna say Aegis is also gonna pull one of the beads from the necklace of prayer beads to go ahead and do a second level cure wounds.
All right.
God damn.
Wow.
Way to one up me. Just kidding. You're our healer.
It's your job. Yeah, so the dragon will look around at you guys and say, "Your kindness this day is not lost on me and shall not be forgotten. I will be there to help." And he'll turn toward Marcus. It does not only have to be with the time dragon. Call on me if you need me.
We will. But our gentleman's agreement only dictates the time dragon. I think we'll be able to handle everything else that we need to get ourselves back in time. Once it is time for us to make that jump, you shouldn't come with us. I'd like this to be your new home. You can build an empire here, I think, for the good of the people in this desert, or the people to the south of us in New Haven, Connecticut.
Still so weird to me.
It hurts my soul so bad to say that, because there are terrible people down there.
Hey, come on.
Hey, come on.
Like this fucking guy. No, just towards Tempest. No, I'm just kidding.
Yeah, so he'll nod and he'll say, "I agree. I don't belong in your time. I will be here when you call. And in the meantime, I will work on this." And he kind of looks up toward the gem.
Good. And when it is time for your transformation, you seek me out. Spencer and I, we are not done. And I've
This
made
was
you
out
a
loud,
promise.
right?
Oh yeah, this is all out loud in common.
Okay.
Yep.
Transformation?
What does that mean?
Well, our friend here is going to shrug off, slosh off, if you would, the void from its being and utilize the gem of Arpensa in its head to manifest its original form of a topaz dragon, gem dragon, one born of psionic energy.
Consider it a draconic metamorphosis.
I like a butterfly.
Much like that, Master Tempest, yes.
Well,
That would
I certainly have to say, it would be quite fitting to call you a herald of Alpenso, then, in certain regards, wouldn't it? I'm saying that to the dragon.
I was wondering if you were talking to Marcus or the dragon.
No, Marcus would look up at the dragon and just say, "Fuck me, he's right, isn't he? If, of course, Arpensa would refer to you as a herald."
It has more to do with my mindset than his. Metamorphosis and transformation has to do with the mindset of the one being transformed.
That's a fair point.
I think I like it.
Good. If Arpensa gives you any trouble, I have no problem fighting a god. Just let me know.
Whoa!
See the-
I don't think we should fight.
Well, let's pump the brakes a little bit.
Okay, settle down. I took on the Kraken.
The gem would flash, Marcus, when you say
Okay.
that. Brighter. It would just go.
Marcus would go, "Oh, see? Look, we still have his attention." That's all I was talking about because he just fucking vanished when we, were doing our thing. So,
No, that was him saying he's about to go ahead and smite your ass.
Yeah, I think so, buddy.
Oh, I've never been smitten. I don't fear death. I've never died, so I'm doing quite well.
Marcus, you remember when you're not supposed to negotiate? Let's add when you're not supposed to taunt the gods to that list.
Marcus points at the dragon and says, "See? I told you I'm not allowed to do the talking."
The dragon will turn to Kira and say, "He did."
Right then. Enjoy yourself. Indulge in what we've cleared for you, and I mean this very sincerely. Thank you.
Thank you, all of you. If not for you looking at Marcus, I may still be a creature of void. Now I can find out who I truly am. He'll look at Aegis and he'll say, "The choice you made was very wise. Continue to follow that wisdom. What do you call it? Your gut. In moments such as those."
That's all I follow. That and my faith.
He'll turn
He's a sorcerer.
He'll turn to he'll turn to Bonkin and he'll say, "Make sure that each of those fish has their own home, for your sake more than theirs."
That's the plan. Hopefully, Mr. Tempest knows more about this water keeping the fish stuff than I do. I normally just eat them.
Wait,
Oh yeah, by the way, here's your bowl back.
why are you not
Oh,
going
yeah,
to
thank
eat them? I'll eat them with you, Master Bonkin. Let's eat void fish together, please. Master Aegis, can you
don't-
cook them?
I don't
They're
think
way
these are
too
void
small.
fish.
They're way
Which
too
the
small.
ones I caught are very small. Yeah, he's gonna point towards this thing and they're like very small fish.
Have you never heard of delicacies?
No, I've never. I don't know what that is.
Master Aegis, do you think you can cook these void fish and make something, a morsel?
I'd rather take him back to me daughter to show him.
Oh,
I think that might be a better thing to do, yes?
I want everybody here, and he looks up at the dragon, and then to each person individually around the room, including Dorian, and he stares at Dorian particularly, to know that I do not agree with taking creatures from another plane of existence and utilizing them as pets. They are to be eaten. And if it turns against us in the future, and they morph into some crazy amalgamation of insane fish monster, we blame this all on Master Bonk. Yes?
Holy shit, is that a possibility? Is he gonna turn into a fucking fish monster?
Fuck yes it is.
If they end up morphing into some sort of fish monstrosity amalgamation, Bunkin, I need you to come and get me.
Yes, so she can extract them from you.
I think I'm gonna be busy if they do that because I'm gonna put them in my room.
So, call me.
Wait.
Or just scream.
Probably the second one, yeah.
Yeah, I bet.
Right.
Vulcan looks very concerned from what Marcus said.
Poor Bonkin.
We've taken up.
He's
much
like
of your
staring
time.
at the fish. He's specifically staring at like the Siamese fighting fish, who's gave him like the most trouble.
It's staring back at you.
Master Bonkin, why does it keep slamming into the glass? Let's go.
It's true. I don't think I've ever seen a fish look so hateful.
Fuck me.
This fish have had like a staring contest going on for part of this.
Yeah, Min has been having a staring contest with the Siamese fighting fish.
Marcus is gonna flip down his visor and he's gonna send a message to Zachary, and he's just gonna say, "It's just gonna say SOS. Please God, get here fast."
Okay. All right. Yeah. So the dragon will as you guys are like going like back and forth, the dragon's kind of like just watching you guys stoically.
This is normal.
And then, yeah, and then Marcus says, well, we've taken up enough of your time. He'll give a nod, and you'll see him start eyeballing, like, the little shit around the water. Still a dragon, so clearly getting ready to start creating a horde. Go ahead, Bonkin.
So as everyone leaves, Bonkin's gonna kind of linger behind a little bit, not far, but he's gonna turn to the dragon and kind of go, oh right, before I go, I kind of say this to all our friends. I don't think you have a phone, so I don't think giving you my number is gonna help. But if you ever want to talk, just talk, or I don't know, something, or help with whatever this metaphysis big word you used for your transformate, for your change. He's gonna give up on words. Then just, I guess, contact me however you want, or I guess knock on our door and pick me up. I'm not sure how you do it, but I'll be available probably.
I will find a way to reach out. Thank you.
All right, have a great time. Good luck with your meta, and he leaves.
As he's walking out the door.
Metamorphosis.
Yeah, as he's walking to the car, you hear Bonkin just try and say metamorphosis and fail every time.
Is anybody doing anything wild in the courtyard? No.
Just riding Dorian
No.
like a surfboard.
Okay.
I'm walking like a normal person.
All right.
Fuck that.
I'd like to say
I
I'm
say
walking
fuck
like
that
a
too,
normal.
but I'm out of things to ride, man.
I'd like to say I'm walking like a normal person, but I'm carrying a halfling.
That's true, you are. All right. Okay, so... Oh.
It's his cloak.
Yeah. So, you guys head out, and Zachary is there. You can hear the engine as you get closer to the... I'll show the courtyard again. It's not going to have your guys' right...
Imagine Zachary's been bombing around the dunes the whole time.
The entire 22 minutes we've been in here, the
Oh,
last 5
for sure.
weeks of gameplay.
I know. Yeah, so you guys, you get out there, and here we go. He is, sorry, I'm trying to put you guys' right, character models on there. I don't know if you guys noticed, but, Xavier got a rockin' new character model, too.
Oh yeah, we did.
Yeah, we
This
talked
little
about that.
psionic shield happening. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Bam, bam.
Alright.
Had to get them flails back out.
Cool as hell.
There we go.
Isn't it distinct lack of bacon in that model, though?
There is a distinct lack of bacon. I should have had just one handful of bacon, or a piece in his mouth. Actually, I could have made a piece in his mouth with the new Earforge shit.
The thing of note as you go to the exit here is that gem that had been out front. I know I had a picture with the cracked symbol on it. It's no longer, the symbol's no longer cracked, Marcus.
Okay, so I'm gonna, if the symbol's not cracked, as we're like walking out towards the car, towards the, I guess like the, what would be like the southwestern portion of that picture, I'm gonna put my hand on the disc itself, and I'm gonna open the network and see if I sense a pincer.
Since you've been in contact with him so much, you definitely sense his presence. There's no doubt about it. You would definitely sense his presence.
So I'm just gonna say to him in telepathy. So what exactly does this like mean for us? Like, I know you exist, and you had a great influence over what just happened here. Like, is it my destiny to take up your name? If it is, that's fine by me. I just need to know.
You had a great impact over what happened here. You used the tools in front of you, as you always do, to create the outcome you needed to create to keep those around you safe. You continue to do what you do. You do not need to do it in my name. If you'd like to, you're welcome to. It's not a requirement.
Okay.
If
You you do know that I got like kicked off of a cliff and into the void, like pretty intensely, yeah? You watched that happen.
I wouldn't say I watched it happen, but I witnessed it, yes.
Okay. See, what, you fucking tasted it? Or, like, are we at an impasse here? Is there something wrong between us?
There's nothing wrong. I do not want you to serve me or in my name out of obligation. Those who serve...
Listen, it has nothing to do with obligation. I'm a creature of fate, and my fate has brought me to a future that I am very unsure of, and a past that I know I desperately need to get back to. So I'm utilizing everything in my repertoire to get to that point again. And you happen to appear, and I have, up until this point in my 165 fucking years, have never believed in a god, or the gods themselves. I have believed in myself, my family, my lineage, and my ability. And then you reared your ugly fucking head and gave me an item of your power, which I utilized to apparently transform a void dragon into a scion. I am simply asking, from mortal to god, is your path my destiny or not? It is not a complicated question.
You'll hear almost like a little chuckle.
Better than the sigh I was expecting.
No, you'll hear like a little chuckle. And he'll say, children of fate, such as yourself, often struggle with this dilemma. Your fate is what brought you here. I am not. Your fate is what you should continue to follow. You brought me a herald. You are already serving me. If you continue to do the good you've been doing, especially through the herald, you are already serving me. I don't decide your fate. You do.
Let me rephrase my question. Should I continue to serve you? This is very important. I need direction. I will obey.
Help this dragon as you plan. That is the best way you can serve.
Done. Then my devotion to you is nothing more than hopes and dreams of those who have preyed upon you in the past. And this dragon will receive my full attention. Thank you. And I shut the fucking network off.
Okay.
And I let my hand go.
Okay. And you don't feel, during that conversation, you don't feel, just for your own, like, understanding or notes or whatever, you don't feel aggression from him whatsoever. If anything, especially when you say, like, you reared your ugly fucking head and all that other stuff, it's almost like he,
And Marcus calls him out, like, pleading. Mm-hmm. It's almost pleading and not, like, he didn't mean it aggressive either.
Yeah.
I actually have in my notes that it wasn't an aggressive interaction, so.
Yeah, okay, that's what I wanted to take away from it.
It was like, yo, tell me what to fucking do. Okay, I'll tell you what to fucking do. Jeez, settle down.
Fine. And that's kind of what I was getting at. It was like, he was kind of like, I don't want to say entertained because that makes him sound bad, but it was just like...
No, he was entertained.
He was
he's a fucking god.
right.
He should be entertained. He said, I'm a mortal. You are a god. What the fuck do I do?
Yeah.
Yep.
So just so that way you take away the right message from it.
I took it perfectly. Although I did, in my notes, I want you to know, my final note is, Spencer called me a child, so that's kind of bullshit.
Oh, Marcus. Okay.
That's what you took away from that,
yeah.
dumb fuck.
He gave you so much wisdom. Okay, so you guys would see Marcus sort of like interacting with the now no longer cracked symbol. And Zachary... Go ahead.
Wonkin will kind of be like, we should post to do that. Is it polite to do that to Mr. Osbench? I mean, His Holiness, Mr. Osbench.
Oh, touching the thing. Okay. Yeah, because he wasn't saying that out loud, just you.
Well, yeah, just touching it. Nothing else.
Yeah, no, Marcus would turn around and he'd just say, everything's fine. Let's get back to the fucking monster truck that I totally forgot about until
Damn
right
monstrosity.
now. My goodness, master. Holy shit. Look at you.
This fucking thing.
I am unfortunately out of any ability to help anybody up, so Mistress Kira, and Marcus just puts his arms out,
bitches be
like,
crazy.
hug-wise, and he's
Hex,
just like,
thank you.
I can physically help you up.
So Zachary actually pops open the passenger door, and a rope ladder falls out. He's like,
Master Zachary, where the fuck did you get
I
that?
found it under the seats. I saw you guys struggling so much.
It was there the whole time?
It was there the whole time. I'm sorry.
Who?
Aegis is still climbing up
Thank you,
on the
Hex.
tire.
Thank you.
Do we have room for a giant fucking door?
Raiders.
Of course you do. Strap him to the top. Mistress Kira, you have rope?
Yep.
I knew the answer to that.
So yeah, she'll get the she'll provide the multiple things of rope that she's got. And the ratchet straps. So she'll pull out the rope of mending, she'll pull out the normal rope, she'll pull out the ratchet straps.
Yeah, Marcus will try to tie the. We're not leaving without Dorian.
All right.
Look, I jumped into the void to save that fucking thing.
You sure did.
We're bringing him home.
All right. Just give me. I mean, you're using ratchet straps, so you guys can give me a survival with advantage. Or if you want to just do dexterity for the tying, that's fine too.
Oh, absolutely not. I'll take the 17.
That's good. That's good.
Yeah.
All right. So yeah, you're able to fasten with the ratchet straps, no problem. Dorian's flat. You're able to get him fastened onto the monster truck with no issue.
So what do you think? Front door? Is it gonna be my bedroom door? What do you guys think will work?
What about the door to
I
your
think
studio?
we should bust down another 5-foot block in the front door, and we should reinforce him with steel and make him the front door, like a sliding barn door.
Wait, what if we reinforced him with some of the bullet plates?
Fuck me, Mistress Kira. Settle down. That sounds great.
When
Your face,
doors
you
rotten.
Yeah, actually, aren't they like zombified and like squishy?
No.
No!
The meat that was holding them to the was, but the scales,
Oh.
if I remember correctly, were still fairly durable.
Yeah, that'll work. Let's do that.
All right. So Zachary's kind of like, as you guys are bumping along. Oh, actually, on that note, is who's buckling in?
Oh,
mean,
Marcus
Tempest.
would definitely strap himself in. He's gonna four-way fucking scrap himself. I'm not playing games
Wait,
now.
actually, I don't think I did last time, but Kira
did
is
not.
going to
I caught you.
ask. Yep. Kira is going to ask Min if she wants her harness secured or if she wants to just exist.
Min will like.
Where is Min?
She's sitting on the. She's actually sitting next to you, between you and Kira, Marcus.
Yeah.
Wow, rude again.
If she asks that, then Marcus will kind of like look over Min to Kira and just go, you should probably strap up. And Marcus will unbuckle and kind of like strap Min in and just watch to see what Kira's reaction is.
Kira was gonna do like the very slight leaning back just in case Min goes all claws out. And then if everything's calm, she'll just... Huh. I didn't think that was gonna go that well.
Yeah, she allows herself to be strapped in.
Yeah, by the way, I'm strapping her into Marcus's
Oh, with Marcus.
straps.
Got it.
Yeah,
Okay.
because there's no other straps, right? It was either Kira or Min, period, right?
I think so. Yeah.
Was I understanding that?
Yeah. Yeah. Because
Okay.
she's right between you two. Yeah.
So yeah, he'll
I mean,
kind of like
that's definitely
yeah.
the choice Kira would make in that situation.
Okay.
Yeah, so he'll strap her in, and he's just gonna kind of like not coddle her so much, but kind of like stroke and pull her in, and just be like, "It's okay, Nalia. You're not gonna fly up into the ceiling and break your neck today."
I'd like to think that in the backseat. Sorry, especially remembering what happened last time. Aegis would not put a seatbelt on. Bonkin will put his seatbelt on.
You're putting Aegis' seatbelt on him?
Yeah, just be like, sorry, Mr. Aegis, I saw you go flying last time. I ain't having you hit your head or something like that.
All right. We'll go with it.
Thank you. And then he'll put his own seatbelt on.
Yeah, and Tempest is absolutely extra buckling himself in, and then he's also going to cast bull strength on himself and just hold on to the seat.
Okay.
I will
Oh, and
say-
Bonkin.
Hold on. Aegis
You go
is
first,
saying
Aegis.
something. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, Bonkin would be able to tell even without an insight check. There are gears turning in Aegis' head.
Yeah.
Mr. Aegis, please, I'm getting too old for this. And at the same time, Bonkin is like clutching the very like holding tightly onto the fishbowl and like using the other hand to cover the top so that nothing falls out.
Okay.
I think that means I'm the only person that's not strapped in because there wasn't enough straps for that then.
No. You
Yeah.
are
Oh,
strapped.
because-
So yeah, Marcus
Oh, yeah, because you
strapped
shared
Min
with me.
and
Yep.
he's strapped like Min like baby carrier to his chest.
Yeah. So you guys everybody's strapped in now. So I'm not gonna make anybody roll this time. Nobody's flying out any windows this time. All right. So you guys bounced through the desert. It was like 24 minutes. Like, well, that's not true because you spent some time figuring out. So it's probably been about an hour. You guys, he drives back the very short distance since you're in the monster truck, but instead of pulling straight into town, he'll pull up to the to headquarters and he'll say, "I've got to bring this back because we're gonna get fined a lot."
Oh shit. How much money do you need?
Well, we haven't been fined yet.
So like 400
No,
gold
no, nothing.
will cover it, or
No, nothing right now.
Is this late or something? What's
No, you're not really supposed to drive these on the streets here in town. So the longer I
Oh,
leave
that.
here, the more.
I told you all it was fucking illegal. Damn you!
I mean, it's as wide as the street. It kind of, yeah.
Marcus, remember what he said? It's not legal within certain times.
Well, what time is it? And Marcus looks
Right
at
now
his,
is
he
not
flips
that
his visor
time.
down, and he looks at the. I'm gonna check the time.
Oh God, you're making me.
Yes, I am making
I was
you
gonna
because
do it in
you
between.
Did, well, no,
Hold
you
on.
didn't. You didn't tell us what it was when we started the
Yeah,
session tonight.
because we were in the middle of.
Because I have it at 1:30 and 1:31. Oh, it is 1:31. It would have been 1:31.
Yeah.
Because all last session was just combat.
Yeah, that's why I was scrolling. Yeah, so.
Okay, so what time is it right now?
So if it was 1:31, I said it took about an hour, so it's about 2:30 in the afternoon right now.
Marcus kind of looks confused, pops his visor back up. So you're telling me that 2:30 in the afternoon is bad juju time?
It's
Really?
just-
On the street?
It's more the noise than anything. People don't really like how loud these things are.
Yeah, especially me. This is loud as shit.
So don't complain.
I know, isn't it
You're gonna get in
amazing?
trouble.
It's wonderful.
No, it's
What
just
is it?
roaring. It hurts my brain. I don't like it.
Zachary, before you take it back, could we go somewhere, pop the hood, let me take a look at it?
No, Mistress Kira, fuck.
I'm not gonna do anything to it, but maybe I
Alright.
can get some enhancement ideas.
Take her on a joyride. All right, Min, let's go. And Marcus will climb out of the truck.
Mr. Zachary, once you're done, I guess, dropping it off, please don't take Miss Kira for a joyride. I feel like you won't be coming back for days.
Do it.
I'd like to get an actual fishbowl for these fish before Mr. Tempest's magic goes away.
or fish tank.
Forgot about the freaking circles.
It's message in
Yeah, that
chat.
spooked the shit out of me for a minute, dude. I was freaking out for a minute.
All right. So Zachary, he says, Kira, you can ride with me to return it. I'm not much of a lawbreaker, and while this was a dream come true, I'm not real interested in having a record.
We can, I'll do some research, see if we can get a permit for it for next time, but yeah, we can go and take it back.
Okay.
Definitely seems a little disappointed, but like, fine.
Min would jump down. She didn't seem like she was like, you could tell she wasn't having a ton of fun in that, Kira. More from your sister's standpoint than the Min standpoint. So she'll hop down when Marcus kind of calls to her, and she'll kind of turn and look back at you like,
Do you... Fine. Go ahead. But that's gonna feel weird when you get at it, and as the bond breaks, it's she's just gonna kind of shudder a little bit.
yeah. So she'll turn and like look back at you, but she looks a little bit nervous. But it's not the first time it's ever broken. So
Yep, still not a super great feeling.
yeah, right. All right. So Kira, I'm gonna just kind of move you here. Okay. So you guys are at quarters. Zachary's going to return the truck. Where did Dorian go? Oh, there he is. Okay.
As we all finally kind of make it in and they go ahead and leave to return the vehicle, Aegis will just kind of look around. Alrighty, let's think here. Risotto sound good?
Oh,
Ooh.
fuck. Yes, please. I am so starved.
Coming
What
up.
do I do with him? And he's gonna point towards your brother's body.
Why don't we just...
He looks back and stares very intently. Just leave him in.
Bad question. Alright, I'll go put my fish tank down, or my fish bowl down.
Well, let's maybe just pick his pockets really quickly and just get any goods that we need, if you're alright with that, Master Aegis.
Probably give him a proper burial at some point, right?
And I
We
think
can
it
go
may
ahead
be
and
more
leave.
than that.
But allow me a moment first before we do.
Yes, of course. Master Aegis. Marcus, by the way, he's gonna pull his backpack out and start divvying up coins. He is in the process. I'm just gonna generically sit in the kitchen and start divvying up loot. Coins are going to come first and foremost, though, since it's the easiest for me. Just for sake of brevity, Candace, are you cool with sake of brevity?
Yeah.
Real quick before we log?
Yeah.
Okay. So sake of brevity for coins before we log you guys is the following. Let me know when y'all are ready. Actually, I'm gonna just pop my shit in real quick.
Ready when you are.
Alright, got it. So it is 160 copper. Everybody gets this. 1,200 silver. 283 gold. And 12 plat.
What, no Electrum?
Shut the fuck up, you!
Kira
Use
melted
it
it
for
all.
bullets.
Yeah, use it for
Use that
bullets.
for
Fuck
bullets.
yeah. Absolutely. Alright, yeah, that's what everybody gets. And that's where, but Marcus, just so if anybody's taking notes, I will also pull out there is a sconce of Penser, a rose-colored gem, stoneware painted with garden imagery, a wooden coffer engraved with arcane runes, a scroll, a crate that has 10 bottles of wine, of fine wine in it, 3 potion vials, and a wooden box that has 2 jars of what appears to be paint inside. So we can discuss that next week. But he is unloading the shit on the table in the main room.
Aegis would be interested in both the wine and the scones.
Tempest would just want to. You said it was a crate full of wine.
Yeah, there's 10 bottles of fine wine in there. Like
Tempest
We
would.
can easily split that.
Yeah, I was gonna say Tempest would like to steal that for his lady friend, or one bottle for his lady friend.
I was about to say, go ahead and take more than one. Go
Yes,
ahead and
take
take
whatever.
one for her, one for yourself too, if you want.
What if you could take
But then you
wine
got
into the
10
tub?
bottles.
I was gonna say, if you're all snatching it now, you can take it, and I'll mark it off the list for next week.
And I don't know. Obviously, the intention would be for me to do identifications. I can ritually cast it. I don't know if
Yeah,
that could, if that's all going to be next
Well,
week. We'll take a breath.
Yeah, I was about to say we might want to go.
You cut out.
Just for sake of time, go ahead and maybe do that next week.
Yeah, we'll do it next week for sure. Okay, so beginning of next week, we'll divvy that stuff up, give you guys a chance to roleplay since it's been nothing but fighting for weeks and weeks.
I was just gonna say, do we
We're all
do
pent
XP
up.
now, or are you doing it?
I
next
can do
week?
it now. I was
It
just.
doesn't matter. To
Yeah,
me,
I
'cause,
was
mean,
just
we just
looking at
ended
that.
the last session and a half. So
Yeah. So for the encounter itself.
Hang on, let me get to the experience. Okay, sorry. Go ahead.
There you go.
Okay, so for the encounter itself, you guys received 4,950 XP. But, sorry, I'm doing it cut up, but I want you to understand why. But you're also going to be receiving an additional 800 XP for role-playing your way out of some of the stuff. And then, because we had some additional exceptional roleplay afterwards, it's going to be another 250. So that's a total of 4,950.
6,000 even.
6,000 even. Thank you.
This bitch.
What? How short are you?
I am under 1,000 away from level 1.
Dude, I don't even want to hear it. I am 237 experience away from my fucking level.
I'm sorry. You guys can tell I didn't plan that because I was I was giving it to you as I was reading it off my stuff.
I'm at 84,077 out of 85.
Fuck. That's all right. That's all right. That's all right. We're doing good. We're doing
You'll
good.
get it. You'll get it.
I'm not quite there. I want to be there,
Hold
but I'm
up,
not
though.
there.
Hold up though. Odd coincidence. I'm at 84,077 experience out of 85,000. That means I have 923 experience to go, and we are 923 years in the future.
Best I can do is 900.
Back that XP up, bitch. Oh shit.
That is really cool though. That's a good point.
I just thought about that. I'm like, oh, that's a weird little coinkydink.
Well, great session as always, guys. I'm glad that we got out of that combat. Good lord.
Hell yeah. And even if it's roleplay next week, then we got a few people leveling, which is great.
Mm-hmm.
And a fuckload of loot to go through.
Yeah.
I think I know what these paint jars are, by the way, but I won't talk about it now.
I'm glad we didn't have to fight the Kraken. I was concerned.
Dude, I was panicking. I literally, guys, I have one level 1 spell slot and 100% nothing else left.
So that is part of why you guys get that second bit of XP is because there was a chance you were gonna have to fight a Kraken. So
Fuck.
y'all made some good choices.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, I'm gonna find. You guys can chat. I'll be back in 1 second. I'm gonna end the stream here. Thank you guys.
You know, if we fought that crack, we might have had enough experience.
We may have had enough experience to fucking level. We should have taken on the Kraken.
We can go back. We haven't put the ATVs back yet.
We're not, ma'am.
Afrojax is playing Dark and Darker.
But Kraken parts.
We're gonna go
To reinforce
Afrojax
Dorian.
because he was talking to us. Afrojax. He's playing Dark and
No.
Darker.
We're not
Kraken
making
will
the
be
door
squishy.
suction cup with.
Square,
Sorry.
oh,
couldn't die in a
I'm
better
actually the
place,
suction
so-
cups, man.
so
Yeah.
that's good.
Yeah.
We're playing D&D, and he's like,
You have to keep them moist all the time now.
Oh god, why would you even say
Or
that?
we just build the Kraken into the
Yeah,
ward.
Centaur has one.
Actually, that would have been cool as shit. You build the Kraken into the
Thank you guys
wards,
for hanging
and
out. And we'll be back
anytime
on
something
Tuesday
enters
for
the
Shane
wards, they have to
Show.
deal with the hallowed ground.
And the fucking Kraken.
I like
the
it. It's
glyphs
second.
and the Kraken coming out of the walls and fucking hammering it down.
You should
I
also
was
attach
almost
them to
gonna-
like the safe so that if they try and mess with it, they'll just
Oh,
be
yeah.
stuck to it and then get
Bye.
electrocuted. Because I think our safes do that.
Oh, suction
They
cups on
do.
the outside. That's a good
Yeah, yeah.
idea. So when you grab it, you're stuck to it.
All right, guys. We'll see you on Tuesday.
I was almost going to offer
Thank
the
you very much.
the Tempest Studio to the dragon if if he ended up needing it. Having a dragon roommate would be pretty tight.
That'd be hardcore,
Yeah, that's fair.
but that dragon would have to know how to polymorph itself, because otherwise, where the hell's it gonna go? It's only through the roof.
Yeah, I mean, no,
Make a
we make
big
a